My name is Mighty Beard, and we are here for the first ever stream of Dungeons and Dragons on this channel. I don't know how this works, but we'll see. We'll see how this is going to play out. We are here with people from the Unorthoblocks, because why not? I think that that fits pretty nicely. And yeah, today we're playing a little bit of a one shot. It's probably going to extend for about 3 hours or so. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, the story so far is that we are on a continent of sorts. I haven't done much lore building at all on it, so I don't have a name for the continent. If we continue this, maybe that's something we'll do. But they're on a continent. There's one major city in the center. It is called the capital city. There are 5 cities around the outside that are more like port towns, but those are like your larger cities. And the thing about the continent is there isn't like a global police force. The cities themselves don't really have much of a police force. Instead, what they rely on is a thing called adventuring guilds, and they hire people who are soldiers or just people who want to travel, beat up bad guys, that sort of thing. So, 3 members of today's game, they are members of a adventuring guild. And let's just let's load up the continent. I know. Let's load it up for you guys as well. But this is the continent. Where we're going to be focusing in on is South Easton. So there is one general adventuring guild that kind of handles everything across the entire continent. But each of these larger cities has like their own sect. And so the sect that we're focusing on today is South Easton. And there are smaller villages in between the large cities and the capital city, and the sects that are like Southeastern. It's kind of responsible for all of the small villages that are in between. So today's job. Well, these guys. First of all, these guys have been in the Adventuring Guild for a few months, but most of their work has been pretty low level, pretty grunt and labor heavy. So escorting caravans from the capital city to Southeastern and vice versa. Odd jobs like that. Helping the local tavern rid their basement of rats, that sort of thing. So today it's their first actual job, and the job is this: the people of Wickliff, they have an old watchtower, which is pretty common. Most of the villages have watchtowers because about 50 years ago or so, there was a higher level of wildlife, of bad guys out there, goblins, orcs, or not orcs, but goblins, ogres, that sort of thing. And up until about 50 years ago, constantly getting attacked. Now, not so much. So a lot of these watchtowers have been decommissioned, but they're still there. Quite a few of them are still standing. But the watchtower outside of Wickliff is up on top of a tall hill, and it can oversee pretty much from the hill to the road, but also it can oversee the entirety of the little village. And there have been reports that people have seen activity in the watchtower. Now, that could be animals, it could be anything. Like, no, the reports have been pretty unclear of what it could be. But the potential issue is if someone has occupied that watchtower, they've got full view of the village, so they can see everyone that comes in and out. They can see defenses, they can see goods, where goods are being stored, that sort of thing. So it's a safety precaution, and they've asked the Adventuring Guild of South Easton to send a party to check it out and make sure that, if there are bad guys in there, to clear them out. But really, at the end of the day, clear them out. No one should be there. It's been decommissioned, and it just needs to be cleared out. So, however, this group would like to go about that is how we're going to do it. So, that is the story that we know so far. Let's go ahead and introduce the party. We have LadyBeckz, HiddenCryptid, and Iondis. Why don't you guys decide who's going to go first? Introduce yourself and your character.
I can go ahead and do that. My name is LadyBeckzilla. I'm a member of Unorthoblocks. And I've been playing D&D on and off for a couple of years, but I'm not super experienced, so I'm excited. I'm playing a character type that I've not played before, so I'm excited. My name for this particular run will be Swamp. I am a furbolg, or giantkin. I'm just shy of 10 feet tall. I have unwieldy red hair. I'm quiet and perceptive. And for some reason, I seem to have mushrooms growing from various bits of clothing, which can sometimes take people aback.
Very well.
But can we eat the mushrooms?
That is a good question. I mean, yeah, is it
You
growing
can try.
off of you? Like, is it a part of you, or is it just...
Would it hurt?
Yeah.
We rip it off?
It's a good question.
I mean, you can try.
Oh, God.
Oh no,
like
she's been afflicted with DM disease.
You see, my name is Moira, and the best way to get me to do something is to tell me that I can't, or something similar. So I'm going to take that as a challenge.
I bet you can't give me 100 gold.
I don't have 100 gold, so you're already wrong there.
I'm right.
Yeah, you are right. I'll give it to you now. I am a sorcerer, half-elf, variant, Mark of the Storm type person, and I'm an urban bounty hunter, so just check your coin boxes, or don't. I'm fine with either.
My name's HiddenCryptid. I'll be playing the orc named E. I like to punch things and break stuff.
Yeah, I just want to apologize if I offended you by saying goblins and orcs attacked people.
Oh no, I'm not offended. I like punching things and breaking things. That
he understands why they attack.
I was probably one of them.
Oh my God. Okay.
It was a different time. It was a different time.
It was a different time. At least like 3 or 4 hours ago.
Days ago.
Yeah. He's now civilized.
Cryptid also has the memory of a goldfish, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean E?
Yes. I have the memory of a goldfish.
Oh, that was a great voice.
Thank you. I was thinking of making him Russian.
Sorry.
Okay. Well, that's the party. I should clarify that I think I said, well, we're still lore building. So all of this can change. But it was up until 50 years ago that the major battles were taking place. There are still offshoots that are hidden in the woods or might come in off of a boat. So there's always a potential threat. But because of how the government is set up, like the villagers don't handle that. The cities and the Adventuring Guild affect that. So just wanted to clarify. But I think we can go ahead and get started. You guys have been given the job. I can't remember how much gold I told you. 15 gold a person?
I don't even think you've told us.
You said 5?
No,
It was 5.
Well, okay, we'll say 15 gold per person to go out to this place and clear it out. Just get anyone that's there out, or if it's creatures,
My
Get 'em out.
specialty.
Now, what you guys would know about these watchtowers, because again, they're kind of sprinkled around, and historically, you're aware of the purpose they served, but they're normally made out of wood, so very similar to what we're seeing here on the screen. They're usually a couple of levels. They usually put them on like a top of a hill if possible, just because they've got the best view. But underneath these watchtowers, if possible, they like to put some kind of like basement in here. And so the basement is usually one room, and it was kind of served like it served as a barracks, places for soldiers or whoever was maintaining it, a place to stay, a place to sleep. Especially if they were going to be out here for a couple of days. You got to figure there's probably like 4 or 5 people who are manning this at one time. They would be on a rotating watch, and when they're not out watching, they'd be downstairs in the basement doing stuff. So yeah, you guys be just generally familiar with that kind of setup. The other thing is that in a lot of cases, the wood is old, it's rotting. So it's not actually safe to be climbed. That's why it's been decommissioned. So it's rare that anyone would be seen on or around it, because again, it's kind of off limits.
I'm gonna climb it.
Oh God! Watch it be just some kids playing around.
Quite possibly. But again, just looking at the map, which you guys aren't seeing, but I just need to remember. It's about 28 miles away, so it is going to take about a day to get out there. So you're going to be leaving probably in the morning, and then you'll camp out somewhere along the road, and then you'll head towards the watchtower. The watchtower is on the southwest side of the village, so you could just take the road and go through the village, but that'd probably add like an hour or two to your journey, because you would have to go through the village, like you'd have to continue going north and over to the village. But you could probably you could probably just cut through. It's mostly like plains, and you got some hilly areas. It's not until you get to the hills where there's an assortment of trees, whatnot. So, but yeah, you guys are going to be traveling. First rolls of the game. I want everyone to roll a d6. Right at the bottom, you've got a little dice bar. If you click the d6, the square, hit roll, it'll roll. And what this roll is going to do is it's going to mostly do nothing here. But if you roll a 6, that would mean that whatever was planned, like as fate would have it, is going to happen. But there's some benefit that you could get. If you rolled a 1, then that means like worst case scenario could happen. But as far as
not worst case scenario.
Right now, yeah, 2s and 4s, that's no big deal.
We're gonna be fine.
Normal.
It's just kids, guys.
Yeah.
God, I can't believe I'm taking time out of my day to do this.
Fate.
Can I punch them?
Of course you can punch them.
Yes.
Who cares about kids anyways?
Your journey from the let me backtrack a bit. 15 gold for the job, and they fronted you a potion of healing. So you all have a potion of healing in your inventory. But yeah, the journey of the day is pretty boring, pretty mundane. There's a lot of nothing going on. You see caravans coming in and out of town, so they're either passing you going to the capital or maybe North Easton, or they are heading towards the capital city, or from the capital city down to South Easton. So Yeah, there really isn't a whole lot going on. It's very safe. It's very well traveled. So you see a lot of single wagons running. You see a lot of people just kind of walking up and down the street, or you'll see the full caravans, like 5-6 wagons, kind of going. One thing that's not here on this map is like the little tiny shack level villages that are around. They kind of dot, where there's like 4 or 5 houses just kind of like off the side of the road, maybe a couple 100 feet back, and either on the ocean side or closer to the hills. But yeah, you see some people out in the fields working, or going in and out of there to head to South Easton for whatever shopping they've got to do for the day. Nighttime is fast approaching, and you guys are probably, I'm gonna ping it on the map, but you're roughly like right about here. So again, in the morning you could continue up the road and then head towards Wickliff down in that region, or you can just cut through here tomorrow when you guys wake up. Those are your 2 choices. But what's been recommended to you is just to kind of cut and head straight for the hills. I'm gonna need a watch order. So as you guys kind of settle down for the night, you've traveled most of the journey. You've probably got maybe 2 hours of walking to do in the morning, but you know, there's no time. There's no time constraint that's been put on you. It's just kind of like, in the next couple of days, do this. Because again, it could just be kids, you know? So no one's totally worried about it as far as the Adventuring Guild. The city of Wickliff, they're kind of nervous about it. But again, you guys can camp here for the night. You know, you've got maybe at most 3 hours, depending on how difficult it is to walk in the hills and these smaller mountains.
So I know it's being recommended that we just cut through, and it'd obviously be easier to go through these hills. Watchtower in the morning. But what if we went to the town for a hot second before we headed there, just to see what the villagers think is happening, so we're a little more prepared? I mean, obviously, if you guys just want to rush it, that's fine. But just thought I'd throw the idea out there.
My fists
We can
haven't
get
had
to the
blood in a
town
while.
via the same shortcut.
Yeah, that's accurate. You could cut through and head right into town.
Mhm.
I would say, based on your knowledge of how things work, most of the information that would have been gathered was gathered from Wickliff, and then they sent the kind of like a work order basically to the
Okay.
southeastern sect. So it's possible you might get some other observations from people who live there, but it seems like most of the observations have come from people who are just traveling. So like traveling out of Wickliff, or like not residents. They were coming to deliver goods or take goods or what have you. And as they were leaving or entering in is when they saw the activity. So it's possible you might get a little bit more information, but for all intents and purposes, doesn't seem so.
Got it.
I can take first watch since I don't have night vision, and
I was
that
about
way
to
those
say.
with night vision will be watching when the night is really dark.
Yeah, I like that plan.
I fall asleep immediately.
Oh my god, look at this dude. Do you think he has any valuables on him?
Feel like he would have eaten his valuables.
That's a fair take. That's a very fair take. Can I try to search for his coin purse?
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
literally only wearing a cloth.
One heck of a search.
It will be.
Oh no.
Yeah, so your any funds you have, you would have left in Southeastern.
Gosh darn it. Never mind. It looks like he's got nothing, man. A stupid cloth. I can't believe that's all he wore.
Okay.
You're asleep. Stop talking.
Hey, no, I'm the DM. How dare you?
Not you, Cryptid.
I wasn't
You went,
talking.
Yeah. I thought you said
I was
yeah.
talking.
No, that was Beard.
It sounded like Cryptid. Sorry.
All right. So,
I fall asleep next. Far away. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
all right.
Probably with me between you and Cryptid.
Yeah, probably.
Yep.
All right. So who's second watch? Who is I'm sorry, Bex, can you repronounce the name?
Well,
Swamp.
Bomb?
It's like swamp, but with a V. Swamp.
Gotcha.
so Svamp. Yes.
All right. So who's
I'll take
who's second
second.
in the watch? Okay.
I'll take second. Give me a nap. And then I'll nap again later. We can let E be. We'll let E be.
Yeah, give or take, we'll say you could either split it up into 2 hours, so one of you is going to have to take an extra watch at the end, or we'll just do 3 hours apiece, kind of thing.
3 hours apiece, I'd say.
Or
I was
2
about
and
to
a
say,
half, 2 and a
my
half maybe.
character would not mind watching the sunrise, but.
Oh.
Mhm.
I'm fine
all
with
right.
whatever.
Vomp, can you roll me a perception? Everyone has camped down. I would say this is probably like maybe you stop to eat and then laid out your bedrolls. Got yourself situated.
He's snoring.
All right, very good.
Yeah, that's how you would snore.
Such
for
a
sure.
deep voice and such a tiny, high-pitched snore.
So give or take, yeah, to the hills is 10 to 12 miles away. So as you're kind of looking around, Thump, and you're not seeing any activity on the hills. You don't see the Watchtower from here. So it must be behind, like it must be behind something, either trees or one of the hill crests. But the only thing you're going to notice is weather. The weather is going to change a little bit. So as you guys had left Southeastern and throughout the day, it was a pretty nice day. I would say we're probably in maybe late spring, early summer kind of area. So nice and warm. Not necessary to have a campfire out to stay warm. But you're gonna notice clouds are gonna start to form towards the east, so towards the ocean, and they're gonna start to slowly make their way across the sky towards you guys. Probably, still miles and miles away, but you're gonna notice that. You're gonna notice, also being a druid, nature's kind of your thing. You just feel like that change in the way the air is moving. Smell is starting to change.
Barometric pressure, all that.
Yeah. So rain is probably heading in your direction. Looks like it's still hours away. Though it might hit in the morning. Might even miss you altogether. It's hard to tell, but that's about it. Don't really get anything else. So unless there's anything that you would like to have done during your watch, you're free to wake up the next person.
We're still 14 miles from Wickliff-ish.
Yeah.
Okay.
12-ish.
Yeah, no, I think
It's hard to measure on this grid, but I would say probably about 10 and 12.
Okay. Yeah, no, I will wake Moira and inform her that a storm is potentially coming, but it shouldn't be much to worry about.
Thanks for letting me know. How close are we to the tree?
From trees?
Yeah.
I would say like over in this direction, trees are just kind of scattered, so probably closest tree is maybe 100 and 150 feet away from you.
Okay. That's just good to know, just in case. But yeah, thanks for waking me up. Have a good night. I hope E's snoring doesn't bother you.
Take more than that to bother
Me. Oh, Lord.
As far as time context goes, like, maybe you guys started right around like again, we're talking like summer hours, so maybe 8 o'clock is when you guys started to go to sleep. The sun was starting to set. Sun probably has fully sets around 9:30, 10 o'clock. So by the time that you are woken up, or your sun is down, seeing a lot of stars in the sky, except for where the storm's coming in. You're seeing more clouds kind of pour in your general direction. Can I get a perception check from you?
Mm-hmm.
No, you may not.
14. Okay.
That dark vision, yo.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Not a lot of night wildlife around.
I hope not.
Further in the hills, probably, but yeah, by the road where there's so much traffic. Yeah, it's pretty rare to see anything where you guys are.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that storm is gonna definitely continue to pass through. It seems to be gaining some speed. I would say about halfway through your watch, you determine that probably like maybe 3 hours away. And the clouds look, I mean, again, it's like dark clouds on a dark sky. So it's hard to tell exact coloring, but it definitely doesn't look good. It looks like it might be a fierce storm. Could be quick, hard to tell, but yeah, it looks like it might be a
Oh dear.
That's fun.
looking everywhere else though, looking up into the hills past like Wickliff and that general direction, you do see a little bit of again, really far in the distance, but I would say you'd be able to make like a lighter puff of smoke, like a smoke, like campfire smoke almost, coming from the hills. Again, pretty far away, but you can just kind of barely make it out. It's like over the trees. It's blocking the view of some of the stars you were looking at.
You mean in the direction of the Watchtower? Or did you say north?
Towards the Watchtower, yeah.
Towards the Watchtower. Okay. Got it. Those children are out at night. That is very.
The only other thing you're gonna notice is that again, what this continent is known for is just the clear skies, the amount of stars that are around. It is not rare that you see shooting stars a few times a month. And as you're looking up into the sky, you witness a few pass by, and they're 3-4 seconds they're gone. They kind of just flutter in and out of view. But as you're watching it, you notice towards where that storm is coming from, towards the northwest, there's a star that seems very bright. It seems like a brighter star than everything else, almost closer in size.
You're gonna get hit by an asteroid today? That's the ending of the shot.
Yep.
Yeah,
Dinosaur
Star
2.0.
I would say you noticed it about halfway through your watch, and by the time your watch is just about to be over, again, watching these shooting stars go by, and then that bright star, you're noticing that the bright star seems to be moving. It's always in front of the clouds.
That is promising.
It could be a shooting star, just maybe it's further away, or maybe it's just larger, it's just moving slowly. But it does seem a bit odd, if it is a shooting star, that it's just not like across the sky in 4 or 5 seconds. Like this seems
And
to be
in front of clouds.
Yeah, this seems to be like 45 minutes goes by, and it seems to be slowly, ever so slightly moving in the sky and getting brighter.
Well then.
But the end of your watch comes without much.
Wake up!
No.
Jesus. You know how long I've been sitting here trying to call your name? Exactly.
10 minutes.
Oh, so you are aware of time. Good to know. Thanks.
Well,
Well, that's it. Okay, well, look over there. There's rain. I don't know if we should even go to bed right now, or I should. Like, should we
rain.
go?
Based on it, yeah, I think you would think it's at least 3 hours away. You've been monitoring it, and it's still pretty far away. It just seems to be kind of it's heading in your general direction. So, but you think that another 2.5 hours, 3 hours, which is when the sun's going to rise anyways, you guys would be moving on. You might miss it.
Well then, I'll take a shorter nap. Wake me up if anything happens, please. And look at that weird light. I don't know if you see that light, but like it gets bigger. Or I'm crazy. Let me know in the morning if I'm crazy, okay?
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
I'm just gonna kind of like look at the bright star. That's just all I'm gonna be looking at the entire night.
All right. Can I get a perception check from you?
Of course. How do I do a perception check with this?
Go into your abilities and you can click on perception.
Where? I don't see the thing. What the heck?
You can click the word perception, or you know what? Yeah. In your character sheet, you should see.
What? I can't find my character sheet. What?
I'm gonna click on the actors directory at the very top right of the chat. I think.
There it is.
And then
There's
find you.
I found the perception.
Yeah, and you can just click on it and roll normal.
So many words. Where is it?
Closer to the bottom by intelligence.
Intelligent perception. There she is. Normal.
Oh right. Oh god. And I'm like having a dream right now that something bad's happening, but I'm not fully aware, and I'm just like, and I roll over.
So you're pretty hyper focused on this star, and I think you would notice that it is getting bigger, seemingly closer. Time context wise, your third watch were probably like maybe 3-ish in the morning is when about 3-ish in the morning is when you take over, maybe closer to 4. So by 4 o'clock, it has continued to move across the sky, and it is seemingly getting larger and larger. Like we're talking like I mean, it's a star. It's like way, way out there. So it's real tiny in the sky. But it seems to get to dime size, then nickel size, then quarter size, and eventually it passes past you. Still seems very far away, but passes overhead and goes towards the mountains.
There it goes.
I would say that's probably about
In the direction of the watchtower?
Further past. Way further past. Everybody roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh God!
Or not a
it's
saving
kicking
throw.
off.
Yeah, a saving throw.
Uh-huh.
Wow, E. Oh,
Very good,
small.
very good.
I thought I was bad.
I have good constitution too. What happened?
So-
E happened. He took it off.
So E, as you watch this, it just kind of disappears. It goes past the mountains that are next to you. You don't really see where it's going. It just kind of gets obscured by the landscape. But after a few minutes of that happening, you feel a little bit of rumble in the ground.
Oh God.
If it struck the earth, which it feels like maybe it has, it's got to be miles and miles and miles away, like probably other side of the continent.
Okay, I'm gonna wake up Moira.
Yeah, no one else woke up or felt that. They slept through it.
All right, I'm gonna shake Moira till she wakes up.
Yo, why are you shaking me?
It landed.
What the? What landed?
The star.
What?
I'm gonna
What?
point to where the direction it went.
Wait. That's weird. We didn't die, so that's a good sign at least, right?
There was an earthquake.
There was, and we didn't wake up?
Yeah.
Oh. Maybe not a good sign. Maybe we will die. Well, should we wake up Swamp and tell her?
Okay. I'm gonna grab Swamp and shake her furiously to wake her up.
Not that rough, Jesus!
I'm
Jeez.
so massive. How are you shaking me so?
He's massive.
Stop.
I'm not as massive, but I'm still pretty massive.
Stop. Stop shaking me. I'm a witch.
Okay.
Stop it.
Okay.
Yes, what?
Well,
Star fell
yeah.
A star fell.
out of
Yeah.
the sky.
Stars
Earthquake and
fall-
all.
Earthquake.
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 It fell close enough to cause an earthquake?
Yeah, he said it was over there. And I point in
Huh.
the general direction.
Stars fall all the time.
But on land and cause earthquake?
Yeah. When is the sun rising? It's not my time to watch yet.
It's
No.
still dark, but there is
It's getting there.
bit of lighter colors starting to rise.
It's not that dark. I know you don't have dark vision, but like,
Guys won't let me go back to sleep.
I mean, should we go look? Maybe there's something
This is
valuable.
really far away.
I mean, not that far away.
I don't
I'm not
want to
getting
walk.
paid to chase stars. I'm getting paid
Fine.
to look at a tower.
Fine. I'll go by myself after the tower. Even if it's out of the way.
Okay.
I don't
Unless-
think I can punch a star.
Well, if it landed, it would be rock.
I
Yeah.
like punching rocks.
See?
Ye-
See?
Oh,
You don't have to come.
starts to shift and get up. Do we have a fire yet?
No, it went out. We were sleeping. He doesn't need one.
Going to make a fire and make myself mushrooms for breakfast.
Do you eat the ones that are on you? Because that seems weird. Cannibalistic almost.
Not all of them.
Oh, okay. Well, no judgment, right?
Uh-huh.
You feel that wind change, temperature change, barometer changes, I guess, that you felt during your watch, it is completely gone in that different direction. And as you kind of look around to see if there's any firewood to burn, you look up, and the clouds are closer. Storm maybe within the next half hour. You're starting to feel like this is when sunrise is about to happen, but it's so dark over there that the sun is probably blocked by the clouds.
Must make breakfast quickly.
And I think Mora, you would look over there as well, and yeah, you see the storm is really close.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, I don't know, eat whatever I can find in my bag and not worry about cooking.
I'm gonna pull out a comedically large turkey leg and start eating that. It's raw, by the way.
Oh, fun.
As I am going to collect fallen sticks from nearby trees, I have speech of beast and leaf. Might I commune with the trees to see if the star panic is valid?
Ooh.
See what the trees think of the
Spicy.
star.
Okay. Any particular question you would ask?
The trees around this area have been here for a long time. They are familiar with the nature and the happenings over the course of many years, and I would just ask if they felt it was unusual.
All right. So,
What does that do? Oh, nothing.
It just tells you what it does.
Yeah, well, it had the die
Oh,
on
yeah,
it,
thank
so-
you. Thank you very much for putting that in chat. I was about to search.
It's helpful.
I can understand the meaning of your words, though you have no special ability to understand them. In return, you have advantage on all charisma checks you make.
So you can ask them a question, but you
But you
won't
can't
get an
hear it.
answer.
Yeah.
It moved slightly. I don't know.
That might be the wind then.
There is a spell that you could cast that does allow you to speak, but this is really worded strangely. I would just say the tree, you're talking to a tree, right?
Yeah.
The boughs just start to like move in like they're moving together, as if it's trying to like flap wings basically, but it's moving at the same time. Like every bough is moving up and then down, up and then down, and then stops.
So it's kind of contracting-ish, sort of.
Yeah.
Fascinating. All right. I'm gonna keep that in mind and then cook some mushrooms. I yank some mushrooms off of a piece of fabric that is about thigh level. It's a loose, flowy fabric, and cook myself 3 or 4 mushrooms for breakfast.
Okay. So I mean, like starting a fire, you're looking at probably like a couple of minutes. The air is a bit damp, but the ground isn't damp because it hasn't rained yet. I would say whole scope of time here for you to start even just a tiny fire to do this would be 10 minutes. To collect everything, to have this conversation, go back, to create the fire, and start cooking.
I am going to do my daily push-ups.
Sounds good. As you get back and you set up this fire and you're starting to get your mushrooms off, you hear thunder coming from the
I like thunder.
the storm clouds.
Shazam!
And as
like thunder.
Yeah, Mora, if you look over to the clouds, you would see a small bolt of lightning come down from
Hell yeah.
from the clouds.
Love it. Love that for us. Literally love that for me, at least. I don't know about you two.
Again, about a half hour away, maybe. Best guess.
So I don't know if you guys want to get going or if you're still eating. I'm just nomming on this bread.
I
500.
offer E half of a smoked mushroom, and then eat what little I have left, and
Oh no,
stamp.
thank you. I'm a vegetarian.
But you just ate turkey leg.
It's better not to try to tell him. Do you like this portion of mushroom?
That one?
Moira, would you? No, you've declined it already. You've lost your chance. Would you like some smoked mushroom?
I'll have a bite, but I'm pretty full,
Okay.
so just a taste.
Okay. And then I
take a bite.
I
get a little confused face going on. I'm a little freaked out that it came from her body, you know, but like it's kind of good. It's not like horrible. I would probably eat it in a pinch, but I'm just really confused looking.
Necessarily,
I look at her and I'm like, thanks.
Just on my person.
It's still a little concerning. It's like he ripped a toe off. But it's good.
It's like I took a small chunk of fabric out of my attire and that fabric was edible. That's what that's more like.
Edible clothing. Oh.
It's the future.
I think we're good to go.
Okay. Eastward it is.
Wonderful. As you guys pick up all your stuff, you put out the small fire that you just started. Finish eating, and you head out. Again, best guess, storm is maybe 25 minutes behind you. But you head off. You're heading towards the hills, or you're heading towards the village.
I think we said hills, right?
Yep.
Hill.
Star, right? Okay, later.
Towards the hills. So again, to reach the hills, it's gonna take roughly 2 hours to get to.
Well, we're definitely gonna get hit by that rain.
Yeah, so it's like you've got you guys are kind of like on a flat area, and then you start getting the small hills, and then you're in the foothills, and then eventually you'll hit the taller mountains, which is kind of where these are. And the city of Wickliff is in a bit of a valley in between two of these larger hills.
Assume the weather would have caught up with us?
Yes, it will catch up with you. It takes about an hour, but as you start to get into the foothills, where you're kind of climbing up and climbing down, and the terrain gets kind of a bit more difficult. The storm hits. It's light rain at first. It's no big deal. You're still hearing the thunder, and it seems to be like right there. It seems to be like, maybe a couple 100 feet from you. Just how loud it is, especially as you get to the top of one of these hills and then back down.
The gods are mad.
I don't care if the gods are mad, but I love this rain.
The gods are not mad. Rain is natural. It's okay.
I have like a little skip in my step because I'm enjoying it so much.
I would say there's about a half an hour of you guys just kind of walking through light rain, drizzle. Still hearing the thunder, but the storm doesn't seem as fierce as it looks.
That's not that bad.
I told you the gods weren't angry.
I wish it was worse.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
Yo,
your wish comes true, because after about 45 minutes of your walk, the rain starts to come down faster, come down harder. At this point, I would say about an hour into your journey into the hills, you're starting to get shielded by some of it by the canopy of different trees. trees aren't like it's not a huge forest. It's the trees are still kind of scattered, but they're a bit closer now, maybe about 30-40 feet apart. But the rain starts to hit the ground harder, and you're starting to feel the dampness under your feet. You feel the mud start to form.
Mud.
You start to get into the foothills, so it's a little bit, more difficult terrain because of just the steepness of some of it. With the rain, that is causing you guys to slip a little. Not enough to fall. You might like just fall and hit hit a knee. You're able to catch yourself, but it's not like you're sliding back down there.
Roll acrobatics to climb the mountain.
Oh God.
An hour and a half into your journey, so another half hour goes by, and now you're starting to get a sense of the strength of the storm, because about 100 feet away from you, the crack of lightning strikes a tree. You hear the loud bang from that. You look over, the tree branches are starting to fall, and after a few seconds, again, it's about 100 feet away from you, or like 150 feet away from you, the tree collapses and it falls over, smashes into the ground, and where it was protecting the ground from the rain, now the rain is just coming in.
Well, that's promising, isn't it?
I am going to punch the storm.
Yeah, good luck with that. I'll just lead the way. I'm a little resistant to lightning damage. Let me just go first. You guys can stick more to the trees if you want.
One day I will punch the storm.
Good dreams. Good dreams.
Walk up to the stump and kind of look sad that a large tree has fallen this day.
Oh.
Yeah, you'd be aware that it was housing a few different nests of birds and squirrels and stuff. They're all kind of scattering, trying to collect their valuables, if you will, and find safety.
Nature is resilient.
Walk through this for another 15 minutes or so, and Mora, you said that you were kind of taking the lead here.
Yeah, because I have Storm's Boon and lightning damage, so I'll go ahead.
Roll me a. I mean, does that help with any checks?
No, it doesn't. It just says that.
It just stops you from dying if you get struck.
I'm guessing, yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right, very well. We'll go ahead and roll either a perception or survival, because now you feel like you should be relatively close to where this watchtower is. You've been climbing these hills. The city is towards the north of you.
That was nice.
Impressive.
And you look up, and you're gonna see two things, two notable things. One is you can see probably about 250 feet in front of you, up this mountainside. You're gonna see the watchtower. You're also gonna see a bit of smoke rising just to the side of it. I think at this point it's on the other side of this building. Just a plume of smoke kind of rising behind it. But you're also going to see some foot traffic in this area. It seems to be leading in the direction you're heading.
Interesting. Any idea if that smoke? Well, no, we know it came first before the star, so no, it's not related. Never mind. So I turn around and look at Swamp and Ian. I'm like, hey, I think the tower up there, but I don't think we're alone out here. So maybe just keep an ear and eye out a little more than normal.
I will keep my fists out.
Yeah, that's good. I really hope it's not kids at this point, because why would they be stupid enough to be out here right now?
We're stupid enough to be out here right now.
We're getting paid for it.
Maybe they're getting paid for it.
Fine, sure, yes. I just don't think it's going to be kids anymore.
Maybe it's a big lizard.
Okay, Swamp, you're getting anything?
Well, let me check real quick. Are there any critters about that I can perceive?
Um,
The ones that came from the
Yeah.
tree, maybe?
yeah, I mean, you would have seen that at least from the tree that fell. You've seen, birds kind of fly out of there. You've seen the squirrels kind of pick up some nuts and scurry off to another tree or behind some rocks. You're seeing, I would say if anything, you're seeing things move to a safer location. I think that'd be pretty obvious. Otherwise, anything else you're seeing as far as like nests and holes in trees and little den type cave things for like foxes and stuff. Like it's all relatively quiet. You think they're probably hunkering down from the storm.
Would
Let's go to the Watchtower.
We're going. It's only 250 feet ish that way.
I want to punch something.
Well, I don't recommend punching the Watchtower at this point. With the rain and with how old it is, that would probably kill us if it collapsed on us.
Then I will not punch the Watchtower.
Good call. Good call.
I cannot, however, guarantee your safety.
I just look at him and I just keep walking. I'm just done.
I walk past E and tap him on, or kind of do one of that things where you tap someone on the back, kind of like, it's okay, bud, and follow Moira.
My fists have not been covered in blood in at least 2 days.
Mm-hmm. Would you like a mushroom?
Some mushrooms.
Do they bleed?
Generally not. Some of them are juicier than others.
I would like a mushroom.
I cut a mushroom from my leg fabric and hand it to E.
It's chewy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you guys continue to travel up this hillside. At the time that the tree fell, that was about 250 feet ish away. It is a bit of a trek to get up there because again, like this is more of a steeper side, but there's definitely a path that you could easily follow. So as you get up to, I would say the Watchtower is about 50 feet above you. Mora, you're gonna notice a door in the side of the hill. Contextually, it looks to be in front of the Watchtower, but it's also at a location that it seems like a path, like a natural path is going up to. So knowing the history of these watchtowers, that could be an entrance into it.
Yeah, I think we just found the basement thing over here. Watchtower. And it would also be nice to kind of get away. I mean, I like it, but I don't think you guys are enjoying it right now.
I am going to punch open the door.
Wait, maybe we should think before we punch.
I am going to punch open the
Think
door.
before we punch.
E, have a mushroom.
He runs ahead towards the door. No,
Oh,
so
God. Oh, God, no.
I think the only other notable thing that you're gonna kind of sense here, Amora, is that Again, you're kind of looking through trees, and it's elevated, but you are still kind of making out that smoke stack.
Yeah.
As far as the smoke rising, it seems to be on the other side, maybe another 100 or so feet away from you. But with that survival roll, I mean, you're familiar with campfires, how they work. And in rain, the rain usually puts out campfires. You haven't seen a change since the first time you saw it. Within the last hour or so.
So it's being fed, and it could be inside somewhere, coming out a chimney or something.
Mm-hmm.
Possible, yeah.
I would like to walk up and place a hand on the door, and then see if I can detect any magic.
Okay. And again, that's a passive ability, so you can just cast it at will.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have danger sense.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I have danger sense.
Ooh.
So if it's like a trap or something, I can sense it.
I can sense presence of magic within 30 feet of me.
All right. Danger sense, you gain an uncanny sense of when things nearby aren't as they should be, giving you an edge when to dodge away from danger. You have advantage on dexterity saving throws against effects that you can see, such as traps and spells. Okay, very good.
It's like a spidey sense.
You're not
Sensing.
sense. Yeah, you're not sensing any danger, except for the storm. I mean, the storm is like, the rain is just pounding you at this point. You guys are pretty soaked. Boots or feet or lower pant legs just drenched, covered in mud.
This is no different than my normal clothing.
Magic.
I mean, you're practically naked.
Not sensing any magic. It's within 30 feet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're not sensing anything.
I am going to place my hand on the door and cast punch open the door.
Okay.
Cast it? Okay.
Mora, the tracks you saw that was kind of leading in this general direction, you're seeing a lot of those same kinds of footprints here in front of the door.
Well, there's clearly something in there. So are you sure you want to punch it and like make them possibly aware that we're here?
Yes.
I promise you will be able to punch later, but let us get in stealthily first.
Or at least quieter than punching.
Okay.
I can promise you punching.
Can you go punch that rock over there, maybe?
Promise him punching.
Oh, good. Good. At least he's distracted.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go run over and punch the rock.
Okay.
That's fine.
And the wind and the rain will keep him a little quieter. So we could just leave him here. No, I'm kidding. We split the.
Well, we can at least open the door while he's over there. Maybe stealthily so.
Yeah, we just gotta be careful. There's definitely some type of fire nearby.
My face!
Oh my god. Oh my god.
He actually chipped off some of the rock. That's amazing.
I mean, I don't put it past him. Do you want to open or do I? I don't have any detected.
Am I bleeding or is the rock?
The rock.
The rock is certainly bleeding. That's
Wickliff!
iron ore in it. That's. Oh, okay.
You want to try to open it? I got nothing.
Yeah.
Detecting magic wise. Or anything.
Yeah, no, me neither. Okay. I shall open the door stealthily and open it maybe 5 inches or so and peer in.
Peek.
It opens in, no problem. You just kind of you start to push it, and it doesn't really make much of a noise. You look in, there's a lot of dirt and debris on the ground within that first 10 feet or so. The only other notable thing that you see is that it is pretty dark inside.
I'm gonna walk back over.
Let me take a peek. Take a peek. I got dark
pebbles.
Okay.
You can entertain E with his rocks.
The They
Let
are
me see your
tiny.
fist, E.
Let me go ahead and look in.
Let me see. I'm
I think
looking
I
at
see
his fist
bone.
to see how much the rock bled upon him. Yes, you did good against rock. It did good.
It is now sand.
Uh-huh.
So do I see anything different?
Maury, as you look in, this is almost it's kind of strange because it's a door on the side of the hill, but as you look in, it looks almost cave-like in how the walls are kind of carved. The ground is not flat, so this isn't necessarily like a basement type feel to it. But yeah, you're noticing there's a lot of dirt and debris on the ground. But I would say, peering through the door, Mora, you would notice there are stairs on the far side that seem to be going down.
So E, good job with the rock.
Rock.
It doesn't look like what I would think the Watchtower's basements would look like, unfortunately. It looks like someone just put a door here, with this cave thing. But there are stairs in it. So, I mean, we could go in and get out of this rain, sneaky-ish,
The
and
stairs
try to
are
investigate.
leading towards like they are leading towards the Watchtower. Clarify.
Oh, okay. So maybe it's just a walkway to get there type of thing,
I feel like the foot traffic through here would be unusual anyways. There's no real reason to be out here.
Yeah.
Unless you are wishing to collect mushrooms.
Or punch rocks.
Yeah, I suppose.
But who would go out and collect mushrooms and punch rocks?
You.
Oh.
And me.
Oh.
Yeah, let's
Here,
just go
have a
in. I'll lead the way, which is not good because I'm not the tank, but hey.
Are we supposed to be seeing anything on our end other than the map?
No, I have not moved you because you haven't moved into the. But
Okay.
is everyone stepping in?
Yep.
Very
Yes.
well.
Aha!
Yeah, this is
So
a weird design.
Yeah, E and Mora. Yeah, you both see the stairs leading up to it.
Swamp can't.
Yeah, it's very dark.
You got a torch, honey?
Maybe you can make something up, but it's hard. It's hard to tell.
Good torch.
This room, though. Yeah, this room is strangely carved. Again, it's more cave-like, more natural. I suppose is the better explanation. Everybody, roll me perception as you get in.
It's like E decided to punch out a home.
Yep.
Oh no!
Moira, I'm sorry. You might be be carrying this particular run.
Svan, were you going to light a torch?
I can do that. Yes.
That'd probably be helpful.
I'm not suggesting you should. I'm just asking if you are going to.
Well, I wonder if maybe we should wait and make sure this is. We would not
disturb.
Bring attention to ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see a little, so
the littlest.
Yep.
So as you guys enter in, you start looking around. More, you're going to notice some things, but the thing that everyone's going to notice is that the storm has turned a bit, and you're starting to hear hail. Just a collision of these balls of ice onto the hill, onto the cave roof. You're hearing it. You look out the door. And yeah, you're seeing like little hail pellets bounce off the ground into the cave or wherever they're going.
Well, good timing on getting in here, I guess.
I'm gonna pick a piece of hail up and lick it.
Okay. It does not bleed, but it is wet.
Melts.
Mora, obviously you can see this. Oh, I've got the game paused. I'm sorry. You can move around if you like. You see the stairwell, but what you also are going to notice is that there's bags, like almost like potato sacks, and they seem to be over in this general vicinity, so like the southeast of this map. And there's also a trail of dirt coming from those bags, leading down the stairs. So as you look at the bags, you can see like one is open, and there is this purplish brownish colored earth.
I'm going straight there to investigate it more.
I'm kind of like hugging the walls, poking
Now,
around.
in total, there's probably like 4 or 5 of these sacks. Fairly large. You would guesstimate they're probably like 80 pounds apiece.
Damn.
Coming from that, there is like a trail of dirt that is like heading down the stairs, almost like you're also noticing there's like some drag marks, like almost like maybe bags have been dragged down into that lower section.
Weird mining operation. Is there any way I could tell what this is?
Potato mining.
It looks
Purple,
like
not
dirt.
potato.
Yeah, it looks like dirt. It just has a strange color to it.
How on earth?
Best way to describe it for us Minecrafters is it has a bit of a mycelium look to it.
I knew you were gonna say mycelium.
I wonder if this is at all related to falling stars.
I pull a mushroom from somewhere behind my ear in the
Okay.
mass of hair that I
Not
have, and I place it in the dirt and then just kind of look at it for a moment.
Okay.
It looks like it belongs there.
Oh, Lord.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know how mushrooms work. I would imagine it's just gonna sit there.
Yep.
Like if you put like a branch into the ground, it just sits there.
Mhm.
But I would get the sense that you would be somewhat aware of this type of dirt. It does seem like it's more fit towards mushrooms, moss, and mold. Yeah.
I'm going with
like
asteroids
things like
or
that.
purple.
Like things like that would grow on it. Why it would be inside? I mean, who knows?
I'm gonna go ahead just because I had to wander around this room very slowly to map it out. To transform myself into a giant badger.
Oh my god, honey badgers.
No, giant.
All right. E, as you look down the stairwell, you do see there is a door there. It looks rather large.
There is a
maybe-
large door.
Maybe like 8 foot wide door, maybe 10, 15 feet tall.
It is very
Uh,
large.
It seems like it's made out of wood.
Why
It
would
is
that be necessary?
very large.
By the way, you guys are going to hear a howl of wind, and the door that you entered into the cave is going to close.
Can I turn around and look at it and see if it was the wind or somebody else?
It seemed rather slow. So as you turn to look, you hear it start to move, the wind, and then it just shuts. But you could investigate for sure if you'd like to.
Yeah, I
A
want to
ghost.
investigate that just in case.
Okay.
Just to make sure.
You open up the door. You kind of look outside, and the wind is just like pushing it. It doesn't feel like someone is putting a force into it. Just because it's kind of wavy how it feels.
I know you punched a bunch of rocks. Do you have like a big-ish rock we can use to hold the door open? I don't want to get like a tree to fall and lock us in here.
No, they're all sand.
They're all sand? Oh,
Mhm.
Lord. Can I use that dirt bag over there?
I suppose.
That's no way to talk to Svamp.
No! The purple dirt!
Worry not. I know what you meant.
The purple
I
dirt.
hoist up a large bag of dirt and carry it over very careful not to disturb the mushroom I have placed.
Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, it like the door it opens in, so your goal is to just prop it open.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to make sure.
Simple enough.
And if that gets disturbed in a great way, then
Know about it?
yeah.
Hmm.
Well, E, you want to open that door?
Do
Wait.
I?
Bop, you wanted to be a badger?
Giant
Yeah.
badger, yes, please.
Okay.
Before we go.
Yeah, here's a token. You
Yay.
should have access to it.
Yay! Alright, I'm just gonna
It's cute.
tuck myself over here and then.
Go ahead and.
The swamp's not here anymore.
Nope, I am giant badger.
I mean, for the ease of this, I would suggest you guys are aware of what you can do and abilities are, and probably have done some work together. But yes, you are a giant badger, which does give you a bit more dark vision. Yes.
That's nice. How much is a bit? 30 feet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so.
E, you walk up to this door and it is closed. What would you like to do?
I would like to open the door.
Okay. You reach.
Slowly.
How are you're reaching down? I mean, it seems like another push door. There isn't like a ring.
Then
on
I
it
will
or a knob.
pull.
Doesn't budge.
I
Doesn't
will
budge.
try and lift from below.
It also doesn't budge.
I
Seems
will
pretty
try and
firmly
open
on
it
there.
like a sliding door.
Mora and Giant Badger, you are witnessing this.
Mm-hmm. I have kind
Struggling
of
with this one.
laid myself sideways across the stairs, and I'm just kind of resting my head upon
I
my
am going
giant
to
paws.
headbutt the door.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
All right. Go ahead and roll athletics.
Oh.
You headbutt the door, and you kind of like smash into it.
Oh.
You have experience with doors.
I know exactly what kind of door this is.
Based on it not budging, either it is really strong, which is rare for a door. I mean, you're good. You're good with doors. Or it's locked. There's some kind of locking mechanism on it.
Did you try the handle, E?
No.
No handle on this side. Like it's just a push.
Oh.
All right, I'm gonna take a running start.
Oh, God. And no one can detect magic either, can they? Oh.
I'm gonna charge the door.
Can I detect
that moves for
magic
30.
as a
Yeah, that,
giant badger?
that's a good question because it is passive. I would say you moved up to the top of the stairs, which would mean you would have been. I would say you would have been within 30 feet, and you wouldn't have sensed any magic. I would say it hasn't been 10 minutes or however long that's been last.
The majority of my perception at this point in time relies on smell. Do I smell anything other than dirt and rock?
You smell sweat.
And wetness.
Yeah.
Body
Is
odor.
this-
Smell anything? Let me open up your sheet again. Smell. Oh, go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll perception with your badger.
Okay.
And it is advantage with it.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, I'm just realizing now that I rolled a nat 1 with that headbutt.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
did.
Okay, I'm trying to see.
You should be able to open up the character sheet. Just double click on the icon for Giant Badger and it should open. And then you should have perception,
Yeah.
just like your character sheet.
Okay, I see. Advantage.
Rough. Yeah, I would say what you're smelling is mostly
Mostly
wetness, a little bit of rot, uh,
Love
a
rat.
lot of dirt. Um, Nothing else comes to mind for you.
Okay, I'm gonna charge the door.
Okay. I'm fine with him doing that first. I have an idea after if it doesn't work.
Go ahead and roll me another athletics. Okay.
Oh,
13.
that's better.
All right. So you charge into this door and you smash into it. Loud break sound. You definitely think if you do that maybe once or twice more, you could probably bust through. It is up to you if you would like to do that. But you feel like you're almost there.
All right, I'm gonna go a little bit further back,
Oh my gosh. This dude.
and I'm gonna do it again.
Everyone's gonna know we're here.
Yeah, I am now preparing to do the fighting.
Yeah.
No need to roll that again.
Oh.
I would say after the third attempt, it does.
All right, well, I'm gonna do it 3 times.
Yeah. After that third time, it busts right open. And what you see, and I think with your momentum, you would have passed through the door. Okay?
Yeah.
So what you're seeing is a large room.
I'm just saying
Mora, you
large
get to
room.
see some of this as well, but very large room. It's larger than your view, but the one thing that pops out to you, and Mora, you see this as well, is down at the southern side of this room. There's a lot of this purplish brownish dirt on the ground. That's what that purple line is. Now, looking at the walls, at least in this stairway, and I would say E as well, and we'll just say Mora, you have walked in. Badger, you can walk in. Feel free.
Badger.
The walls are made out of stone. They look like a proper foundation under a building. Sturdy,
This
super
looks
sturdy.
more like what I'd expect in a watchtower, except for that purple dirt thing.
Yeah.
But
The only thing is this bottom section, the wall is a little less sturdy. There's cracks in the wall. With the storm happening, you're seeing a lot of rain come in. Just kind of seeping through these cracks, moisturizing the dirt. The other thing that you guys are going to notice is on the dirt is patches of red-capped mushrooms.
yo,
Small, maybe like 3 to 4 inches a piece. Varying heights, varying quantity in each patch, but best guess from where you guys are standing, at least in this section, there's probably like 2 dozen.
did we just walk into a shroom den?
I want to follow the purple.
But it's only in this room.
I want to follow the purple.
I think it's a shroom den.
I want to follow the purple.
Oh god. He's gonna get us killed.
Purple.
Badger, as far as what you smelled, the rot, the kind of like the mildewy smell seems pretty. It seems like this is the source. This mound of dirt.
Okay.
So you guys are in this big room. You have explored a lot. E, you have moved up, and you would see there are a bunch of crates up to the north. There's also a door up to the north, and then there's a door off to the east.
I want to look in the crates.
As you say that, you hear a faint voice. Kind of echoes in here, but it's very tiny. I want to open the bar.
God.
I don't think that's
I
God.
think
honey.
everyone would hear that. Everyone.
I don't think that's God.
I don't think that is God.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
A ghost.
Or a trap.
I don't feel a trap.
I
Are you sure about that?
feel a trap.
Do
I
I
wouldn't-
feel a trap?
Yeah, do you?
So apparently
Since-
badgers can make a sort of cooing noise.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to make this sort of badger noise.
Okay. Directed at whom?
Just the room.
Just in general? Okay.
Yeah.
Echolocation.
I don't think it's echolocation.
It's echolocation.
As you do that, you hear almost like a repeat of that cooing sound. Everybody roll me perception. But in that,
Dang
like,
it, I was
This is
really hoping Frick
weird,
would try to.
whispery...
Yeah, I didn't think that would work.
Mora, as you kind of look around, like, it's easy to perceive that maybe the sound is echoing from something. Or like all around because of this inside this room. The ceiling's about 20 feet up. You're in a big stone room. But as you kind of listen to where the sounds are coming from, they are coming from the south.
Do mushrooms? Well, you're not really you right now, but Swamp, do mushrooms talk?
I don't think they talk.
Just verifying.
Try my best as a badger to point at myself. With my big, badgery claws. I don't know that will convey what I'm trying to say, but
Probably not. Well, thanks for trying.
I think she's saying yes.
Okay, good
shake
job.
my
Pete.
head and then
Wait a
She's
minute.
saying
Hold on.
yes.
I can understand her.
Can you?
Oh my god, I can understand her. I speak with animals.
Oh my god.
Does that work?
Let's see.
Are you
gotta
sure it's not just like
cast it.
speaking to it and you don't know? Oh. Yeah,
That's it.
comprehend
That's
and
the
verbally
spell.
communicate with beasts.
Ha!
You have to do
Very
the
good.
actual
So yes.
spell, though.
All right, I'll do the spell then.
I say they kind of speak to me.
Are they telling you anything? Is that what they're doing? They're saying?
So only
They're-
E would be able to communicate. But
Can
we
you
can bypass
talk
that.
to mushrooms?
Mushrooms that have lived with me are
What'd she say?
also kind of part of me. I understand them.
Yes.
She just said yes. Okay. Is it possible this is a mushroom? Or are we insane?
Is it a mushroom?
Okay, I hate doing this. I'm going to stop being a badger. I'm gonna go back to being Furbolg.
She says she
Alright.
doesn't want to be a badger anymore.
She doesn't want to
Alright.
be a badger.
I'm gonna bring you back in.
Thank you, appreciate it. Okay, so this is up to up to B.E.A.R.D if I can use speech of beast and leaf. Mushrooms are fungi.
A leaf?
I can attempt it.
Well, I mean, you got well, Mora. You would be aware that there's nothing that you can see in the southern part of this room except for the mushrooms. Just throwing it.
I don't know. You think it's
And-
possible that it's a toxic mushroom and we're hearing things because of whatever they're
if it is the mushrooms, I mean, it doesn't seem like they're communicating as much as they are mimicking of some sort.
Can Swamp eat one and understand the mushroom?
I still want to open the crate.
Technically, no. According to my character sheet, no.
Technically, no. Oh, God.
But that,
No.
Well,
I
I'm
can
gonna go.
certainly attempt it. I can certainly attempt to commune with the mushrooms. I
mean,
do have a slight bit of charisma for specifically for
but you're
that.
not going to talk back. That's the problem.
Well,
It sounds like if
yeah,
you eat it, we
if
would
your
perceive more.
theory is correct, they might sort of. But I don't. I would at the moment like to perceive if there is magic about.
Oh, that would work. Yeah.
Okay.
I would like for the moment to open a crate.
All right. You go ahead and open a crate.
Yeah.
Swamp, you are detecting magic. Swamp, the only reason I didn't say go ahead and cast that is because I think you would be aware that if the voice is coming from the mushrooms, then it kind of goes beyond normality, right? It goes beyond normal plant life or mushroom life.
Not the mushroom life.
So while this conversation is happening and deliberation, you start opening up a crate, and inside the crate, you actually find one that has already been kind of pried open. So you just kind of like lift up the lid, and inside you see what looks to be kind of just layers upon layers of like this leathery
Of
tarp
what?
almost.
Tarp. I'm gonna look through it.
Yeah, so as you kind of dig through it, it just seems like it's it's folded up fabric, but it's like heavier, almost like what would be like over a covered wagon, or almost like a tent like fabric. And this thing seems to be just filled with it. Different colors. Yeah, there's different colors. Most of them are muted, but at the bottom you see some brighter shades of red and yellow.
What did you find in there? E?
It's mine.
What is it though?
It's tarp.
Tarp. Are you? I really. This feels like a weird illegal shroom operation, man.
Why are mushrooms illegal?
Go on this continent?
Usually, I would assume it's because government wants to tax it. But it feels sketchy. And it definitely involves the mushroom. How many crates are there?
There's 3.
Just 3? Okay. What are the barrels?
Yeah,
can I
you've
look in a
got some
barrel?
barrels, you got some sacks. The ones that are on the top are empty, so it looks like maybe those were formerly dirt sacks. But yeah, there's some barrels. You kind of move them around to see what's inside. Just shake them a little bit. Look like they're filled with some kind of liquid. They remind you of like wine casks or something. But yeah, there are like three other barrels. The other thing you're going to notice is that, and you would have noticed this before as you guys were walking in, like the dirt track that was leading down, it stays on the southern side of the room. So there are, it looks like maybe boots or something we're shaken off or brushed off or something. Down there, you're not seeing that same foot traffic go to either door.
Because I am me, I would like to investigate the mushrooms that are present.
Okay.
Would that? Well,
what are you investigating? I mean, what are you trying to accomplish here?
If there are mushrooms that I'm familiar with, if they seem like something that would exist in this part of the continent, etc.
Yeah, so you had mentioned detecting magic. You're not getting any magic here.
Okay.
They cosmetically they look similar enough to mushrooms that you've seen before. Um breed wise, I suppose, they look off. They look different than anything you've seen in the woods around here.
Collect a few.
Okay. So you reach down and you're just grabbing like a handful.
Yeah. I'll find
Okay.
somewhere on my person to like stick them through like the woven fabric that exists on me on my
Yeah.
person. Just kind
To
of
be
have
to
them.
be clear, have you lit a torch? Because as of right
Uh,
this moment, you can't see.
Oh, I can do that, but I have not, but I can.
Okay, we'll just say
Yeah,
you've lit
she
a
was the
torch.
badger for a bit, so she had vision for a bit.
Yeah.
My
That's
eyes.
true. So you'll move down with torch. You'll find some of these mushrooms. You reach down, grab one, and as soon as you pick up, I would say like 3 of them, they immediately try and get out of your hands. As of this point, with that, we're gonna take a 5-minute break.
Ooh.
Do do do.
To get your
Mushrooms.
drinks. Everybody who's watching, hello. I have been monitoring the chat. Hopefully, you are enjoying so far. But yeah, we're gonna take a quick 5-minute break, and but we'll be back.
Spider did ask a good question though. She said, "Was it a pretty purple or an ugly purple?"
Uh,
Mycelium purple.
yeah, no, it's nasty. It's a nasty purple.
Okay.
Also,
I will.
this ring. What is this ring? Who did this?
Uh,
I got.
I believe it's the torch. I clicked on torch and then it made me place it. And I
Oh, the
just went,
placement.
"Eh."
No, you should see a lot more coming from your token, right?
Yeah, I do. It just by the time you had done that, I had also clicked on it, and I was like, "Oh, what do I do with this now?"
Okay. All right, get your drinks. We'll be right back.
Edible clothes.
Edible clothes.
Uh-oh, my game is freezing.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
I cannot edit this token.
That's not good.
Can I edit your token? Can't?
I don't know.
I can tell you that I have returned from the break with a beer.
Oh.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
I could make a margarita, but I had that yesterday.
I wish that were me.
No, you
I
don't.
just have Angry Orchard hard cider.
Oh God, love Angry Orchard.
Complicated.
Barely a beer. Basil just said legally it's a beer.
And it's delicious. That's all that matters.
Well, Basil is the kind of man who could eat, can and has eaten slices of raw potato alongside his bottle of Guinness.
Raw potato?
Yep.
What is
You
this,
heard me
Minecraft?
correctly. No, this is my significant other.
Just eating a raw potato straight? Like, hell yeah. I found
Well,
a
it's
potato.
not like a hand fruit. He has it sliced.
But you know what I mean. Like,
I don't know if you're close enough to the mic to be picked up, dear, but that's very funny. As I said, he doesn't eat it like a hand fruit. He said, as far as you know.
exactly. You never know what he's doing when you're not there. Eating
But-
potatoes.
If I ever had a doubt that he was Scotch-Irish, that squashed them. Just came home one day and he had slices of raw potato and a Guinness.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter likes to pick up things and eat them.
Yeah.
So she ate half of a potato before saying out loud, "Apple? yucky apple."
Yeah, you're right. It is a yucky apple.
I once bit into a pear slice at my friend's house, and I was like, "Wait, this apple tastes like soap." And he turns to me and goes, "That's because it's a pear."
Pears taste like soap, apparently.
They do.
Yes.
To some people, yeah. It's kind of like there's a leafy, like it gets ground up and used as a spice, but it's in a lot of like Mexican food and it tastes like
Kale.
soap.
No.
No,
Yeah.
Cilantro? Is that what you're
Yes.
thinking?
cilantro.
Cilantro
Yeah.
does not taste like soap.
It does to
Ugh.
specific people. They have it in their genetic code. They're weird, and so it
Yeah.
tastes like soap.
Yeah, I
and
don't
my
think it tastes like
mother-in-law is one
soap.
of those.
Yeah,
Cilantro's delicious.
it just tastes bad. I just don't like the taste of it. I don't think it
Oh,
tastes
I
like
love
soap.
Cilantro.
Cilantro.
Amazing.
I always think it's spelled with an S, but then
A C.
I'm told that it's a C.
It's Spanish, honey.
I just for the record, I want to state there are words in Spanish that are spelled with an S.
Yeah,
know,
like the
but-
very common C.
Oh,
So, you guys ready to continue?
Mhm.
yes.
All right. Swamp, you have reached down to pick up these mushrooms. They did not seem very appreciative of that. Have tried to jump away from you, and you see the other mushrooms that were in the patch that you had picked up start to uproot themselves, and
What?
they are going to attack.
Murder us all?
Yeah. Are they about to attack?
Yeah, you see them. You see the three that you picked up. They're just like kind of like trying to slam their heads against your hand, and trying to wriggle away. The others that have uprooted themselves are all just like moving towards you to slam their heads. We're gonna go in initiative order to see what happens.
Finally, some action.
Against mushrooms!
So go ahead and roll initiative.
Just
take
out of
mine.
character, real quick, I do want to say that this sounds very akin to one of the songs that was illustrated in Fantasia.
Where's
Dancing mushrooms.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it.
There it is.
Oh God.
Okay, and let me.
That just means you go first. That's nothing bad.
Let me get their initiative in play. Oh, super bad. Okay. So, Svam, you notice that they are struggling and trying to fight away from you. You feel the heads of these mushrooms slam against your body in different locations, but not really feeling anything from it. Would you say anything out loud as Mora and
Or look at their chests.
E are playing in boxes? Because I believe
This is not what mushrooms do.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Huh?
They're mushrooms. What do they do?
Well, they're not supposed to particularly do anything.
And what are they doing?
Everything.
Eh, what?
Come back here. Hey, come back and stop jumping out of my hand. Hey. Okay, now they're dislodging themselves from my clothing. Why are you what? What? This defies logic. This is not how nature behaves.
I would agree. This is not how nature behaves, but I can't see anything over there really. Or can I? I don't know how far away that is.
Yeah, I like reach my hand towards you and open my palm slightly more than it was, so that you can see that they are most assuredly moving.
What are they?
Yeah.
What? These are really special mushrooms, I guess.
Squish.
So we'll go with free actions for Savant to talk, and then Mora, your communication as well. Do you want to act at all, or do you want to stay put?
I like to move closer.
Okay. Are you dashing, or are you just moving?
Just moving, just walking. I'm not
Right,
that alarmed
you can-
considering that conversation.
Yeah, you can move your token however you see fit.
Yeah, I'm more befuddled than alarmed. I'm just like,
Yeah.
what? Why? Huh? What?
Okay.
Excuse
And
me?
Swamp, would you have let go of the mushrooms that you picked up after they were wriggling, or are they still some of them still in your hand?
I feel like some of them would still be in my hand because I have large hands, and I would have kind of been like trying to maintain some hold on them. I also have Halo of Spores.
That just sounds hilarious.
Don't laugh
Started
at me.
thinking
I
about
told
the
you I'm
plot.
made of mushrooms.
Halo.
Is it a action or a reaction?
Here, let me.
Because if it
That-
is, we would have to wait for your turn.
Let's see. Is it a reaction? How do I?
Halo.
Hmm.
You should just say it next to it.
Sounds like the flood level.
Right?
Yeah.
Halo of
It is a
Spores,
reaction,
One
yes.
reaction, yeah. So
Yeah.
you could react if you would like to, but it seems like you were your reaction was talking. But up to you.
Yeah, I'll
If you
just
wanted
I'll
to
hold
react,
on
okay.
to it for now. I'll hold on
Okay.
to it for now.
All right, so Mara, as you walk up, you see the mushrooms are apparently moving.
Mhm.
The ones that were on the ground have uprooted themselves and are kind of crowding around right around Swamp's feet. But also the ones in her hands are like moving around as if they're like fish. The way they're kind of scrambling. to
Well,
get up.
maybe you should put them down.
Is there anything you would do besides talk and move?
Not particularly. Let me double check. Doubt it. Do right now. Yeah, really nothing at the time. Up to 20 feet remains. If I do that, though, I can't use it later. I'll wait on that. Yeah, I'll be done.
Okay. E. You hear there is some kind of commotion happening from the south. What would you like?
E,
to
get
do?
over here.
Okay.
These are weird. Come eat them.
Okay.
Or maybe don't eat them, but
I'm gonna walk over.
punch the air.
You see the same things. These mushrooms are not normal.
Those are not normal. They're moving.
Jimmy?
What do we do?
I would just put them down, and maybe they'll stop.
Put them down?
No, not put them. Put them back where they were.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, if E
Well,
isn't planning on taking any further action.
Yeah, E, you're just staying put, just observing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, I release the ones that are in my hand onto the pile of mycelium. And then look to see the ones that are like taking themselves out of my mesh and say, "Do you need assistance?"
Are you planning on acting if because I mean you've already it seemed like they were attacking you. So
But I assume they are not hurting me because they are squishy mushrooms.
yeah, they slammed their heads against you, but it felt like mushrooms slamming against you. It wasn't anything.
Yeah. Yeah. I maybe crouch down so that the ones that are on my fabric can make their way to the floor more easily. To see if maybe once they are no longer attached to me, if they are content.
Well, you had them in your hand, right?
I had some
Should
in
put
my
those
hand,
down.
and I had put some like I had started to move some towards my
Okay.
fabric
Yeah.
of
No,
mushrooms.
yeah. My clarification for you is that like you had just got them in your hand. You hadn't spread them.
Yeah, I place them on the dirt and just kind of observe to see what they do afterwards.
Okay. Very well.
I kind of sort of have some necromancy type deals going on with my whole deal. Would I be able to tell if they are living or dead or undead?
They're
What's the feature?
mushrooms.
Huh?
What's
was
the
that?
feature? Yeah, what's your feature?
Let's see.
Or is that a spell?
Circle of spores, find beauty and decay. Life and death are part of a grand cycle. Da 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 da. I have like gentle repose and chill touch, but I don't think that those can be used in the same and as anything. I was just curious if I would have like perceived that per se, because I am
Like the
familiar with
knowledge.
necromancy. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I would say based on how that reads, you're not sensing undeath here.
Okay.
They look and generally act like mushrooms, but there's a sentience part of it.
Okay.
I don't know if that's the word.
Sentient.
They're sentient. They're sentient.
Yeah, sentient. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I've just put them down to observe what they do after they've been put down. Then.
They're just little guys.
They're just little guys.
Okay, this group is going to move forward towards you to collect the rest of their party that you have put down. but you also are going to see just a cloud of spores surround all of you. I'm going to need a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
From all of us?
Or in
Okay.
the range of the...
Come
yeah,
on.
It's just a cloud of
Oh, God.
dust.
Oh god.
Oh.
It's definitely gonna kill us.
Okay, there was one more house rule that I forgot to mention,
Oh.
but it just came to mind. You guys all started off with DM inspiration. You've got one use of it. You can re-earn it, but you have to use it to be able to re-earn it. But with the DM inspiration, you can re-roll, or you can re-roll.
I'm recommending
Or
we
if you roll, you can roll with advantage.
How do we
and
earn
you can
it
claim
back?
that at any time.
How do we?
That's under my discretion as far as how you get it back.
I'm a re-roll.
Yeah, I'm also going to reroll.
I am going to
Yeah,
suffer.
Oh my god,
it's
it's
something,
fun.
something I give
That's
to you.
better. Thank you. Good grief.
I am simply going to suffer
I'll
the
lose.
consequences.
Did you say with advantage or no?
No, if it's just a straight
Okay.
re-roll, then it's a straight
Oh
re-roll.
god.
You
How is that
didn't do any
possible?
better. You didn't do any better.
So E, on your character sheet under attributes, there's a little line underneath death saves, exhaustion, inspiration. Inspiration, you've got it checked. That means you've got one use of inspiration. That's what that means.
Woo!
I meant to add that. So okay, so Swamp, you re-roll and you see the spore kind of come up, and you're familiar with mushroom spores. You close your eyes, close your mouth and your nose, and you kind of turn your head away from this. Mora not as lucky.
No, I re-rolled the same number.
So on a failed save, you are incapacitated.
Oh god,
What that
and I
means
just kind of
is that you can't take any actions or reactions. It's almost as if like kind of dumbfounded about like what just occurred. You can move, but your speed is halved, and this is going to last for 1 minute. But you can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns. So your next turn, you can repeat this.
Okay. Well, is it my turn now?
E, you also failed this, so same scenario. You just feel kind of dumbfounded that all of a sudden there's these spores around.
So not
You
much
feel
has
like you
changed.
can move. Yeah. You feel like you can move, but you can't do much more.
How big is this cloud? Do we know?
Did you not see the measurement?
It was on the screen.
Yeah.
It was that big blue circle.
Oh shoot,
Yeah.
that was what that was.
Yeah, it went 20 feet around, so that's why it grabbed you both.
Did it dissipate?
Yeah, because it's gone now.
Yes, it is gone now.
All right, well, I'll back up a bit because I should be.
It's your turn, so you can. You definitely feel free of movement. You feel like your arms aren't strong enough to.
And you said half, so 15 would be my max movement.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just back it up and take a deep breath and try not to get high off of weird mushroom stuff. And I'll look over at Swamp and be like, I don't know how you're handling this. Maybe you should get out of there.
Fine. I am intrigued.
Oh God. Okay,
Circle
you get out of there.
is my druidic circle. This would be fascinating.
I have someone obsessed with punching and someone obsessed with fungi.
Your name means mushroom in Icelandic.
I know. Fungi lover.
Icelandic. Why?
I end my turn.
They're from.
Go ahead and re-roll your wisdom saving throw then. Repeat that at the end of each turn.
I'm sorry, you cut out on my end. Re-roll a what now?
This is from Mora. Yeah, it's a re-roll.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, dang.
So you were no longer incapacitated. You feel,
Thank God.
you know,
Fresh air.
You feel you feel like you're out of it, and your arms are moving again.
Fresh air is
that
great,
was very
E. I would
weird.
recommend it.
That'll take us to E. Again, you've kind of been hit in the face and surrounded by these spores. It's just dust. It just looks like dust to you. And as it falls, you feel like maybe you want to move. Maybe you're starting to get a little bit angry because like you came here to hit things, but you start trying to clench your fist and you don't feel like your arms can clench. What would you like to do?
What?
I'm gonna take a seat.
It's just flavor. Again, he can't take actions or reactions, so.
Okay, I was like, he's paralyzed.
I sit down. I like that response. So I like that response. My arms aren't moving. I need to sit down.
All right, so you're gonna put yourself prone, which I think it's been a while since I've read that rule, but I think making yourself prone uses half of your movement, which is all you have. So
Yeah.
That would pretty much be the end of your turn. So
Yep.
go ahead, re-roll that wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
Are you wise?
No, I'm really not.
At least it's not a nat 2, okay?
Swamp, as you
nat
start
three.
to open your eyes. Yes, Swamp, as you start to open your eyes, you look around, you see Mora has just kind of like just tried to get away from the cloud. The cloud is kind of dissipated. You see E just kind of sit down. What would you like to do?
It is time for Halo of Spores. Let's see. So, when a creature you can see moves into a space within 10 feet of you or starts to turn there, you can use your reaction to deal 1d4 of necrotic damage to that creature.
Jeez.
So,
She's
I'm
going
gonna-
full out right now.
you don't fight me with spores. They're my thing.
I'm intrigued. Proceeds to murder.
I used
Well-
the spores to kill the spores.
Spore
I want
exception.
spore warfare. It's amazing.
Would you call
That
it
is a
warfare?
that is a reaction. So really, you could have done that at any time. You could have done as soon as the spores came out.
Anytime.
But
Yeah.
So it's there. Anything you want to do with it for now?
I'm just gonna. I'm gonna deal necrotic damage to the mushrooms. I would assume that I can do the entirety of the clan of mushrooms and not just one. Correct?
As long as they're within
Yeah.
10 feet.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna-
Basically, we're treating this as a swarm of mushrooms.
Hmm.
It really
So
is.
that
Halo.
I- You would need to roll Constitution before I roll damage. Is that correct?
Constitution saving throw against your DC. What is your DC? That is under spell book. It says what your DC is.
It should also say it under armor class. It'll say armor class number, spell DC.
DC 12. DC is 12.
All right, and it is a Constitution saving throw.
Yes.
Correct.
Correct.
DC of 12. They will fail. So
Ooh.
go ahead and click your damage.
Oh,
Okay, so that's 3 damage to all of the shroomage.
all the
Okay.
shrooms.
You see one kind of collapse.
Oh,
Fascinating.
so they have a shared health.
Maybe.
Anything else you would like to do?
Or- That one stubbed its toe previously.
Yeah, the one that
mushrooms
collapsed,
are
you can see
colony.
like the mushroomy skin. Usually, kind of. I mean, it's like it's a brownish, almost like a tannish stem, red cap. The skin or the stem of this mushroom that collapses, you can see it kind of turning black from the.
Okay,
necrotic
so it
damage.
did do damage. But only to one.
to take. Oh, that's fascinating. I'm just gonna do that.
Oh.
Take a step back, and
Does it
then
keep
continue.
surrounding you?
Do what?
Does
Yes,
it keep surrounding you?
Oh,
Okay.
I probably shouldn't take a step back.
Well, it still looks like it's in the area of effect.
Yes.
Well,
It's still
oh,
affected if
it
you
it
step
can
is.
be, yeah.
So were you, E.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Let's see. When a creature I see.
I think you picked the creature though. It sounds like
Um,
that. So you haven't picked E,
uh,
hopefully.
when a creature I can see moves into a space.
You can't see me.
I'm gonna say you are facing forward. You're not looking at E. E is not affected.
Okay. Okay.
I
Yeah,
am
I've just
sitting.
taken a step back from them.
He's chilling.
Yeah.
Well, you are taking a step out of melee range, so they
Okay.
can attack you.
Okay.
Because
if you
they,
do
oh
take a
yeah.
step.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
They have advantage.
Science. I want to know what they can do. Science.
Oh god.
And you
I
see
am
all
intrigued.
of them. You see all of them, just kind of like in one or two motions. They all kind of like slam their heads in your general direction, but you move out of their way before they can connect.
Oh, I love them. Angry mushrooms.
Anything else you'd like to do?
Nope, that's it. Because I don't think I can do the. Because the spores are already there. I can't like double spore. So, yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay, they're gonna move out. They're gonna move back.
Oh good.
They are smart. Hmm.
Well, I mean you did kill one of them.
And that is all they're gonna do.
I vote we leave the room. Get away from these guys.
Okay.
Yeah. Laura, it is your turn.
North or east door. I'm just going north. No, I'll go east. It's closer to you guys.
Weast.
I'm just gonna head to the door. You
Okay.
should probably get up and get out. And Swamp, I think we should just leave these guys alone. They seem happy.
So you're gonna move towards the door with the intention of what next round? Like, what's your next action?
Oh, that was it. I wasn't gonna attack or anything.
Yes, but next time it's your turn. Are you going to
Go through the door,
continue
hopefully.
moving towards the door with the intention of opening it, or
Yeah.
what's your intention here?
Open it.
So
Leave.
roll a perception, because you're not taking any actions this turn. So
Not
use
yet.
perception as your action.
Oh!
22.
Oh!
So as
That's
you
a nat
start
20.
to, as you
No,
well,
that's
No,
not.
that would have been a nat 18.
Yeah.
So as you move towards that door, you're gonna hear something, you're gonna see something. So first of all, as you get close to this door, seeing it, you can definitely see a keyhole.
Oh.
And it seems very similar to the other door that you moved into for this room. So it kind of you just get the sense it's probably locked. So it might take you a little while to get through. But you also heard a sound as you were moving. So like just at the tail end of your movement, you heard like a crash of what it sounded like something metal hitting the ground, maybe a pan or I don't know. The storm is pretty muffled where you are right now, so you don't think it was a lightning striking or anything like that. It definitely sounded like metal hitting the floor coming from up north.
And from here, I can't see the other door, right? And see if it needs a key or anything. The north one.
Correct.
Because of barrels and crates and stuff. Well, I was gonna say let's go through this door, but it looks locked, and we could always have E just run through it. But I feel like he might get brain damage, and I don't want to be the cause of that. Yeah, and he's sleepy, so that's not a good call. And I heard something. What are the odds that these mushrooms are connected to something else? And we've alerted something.
No math.
So be mindful. Be mindful. At a turn is, or a round is 6 seconds. So
As a
you
long
speaking
speech.
as a
I'm
free
done.
action is fine, but that's a lot to try to fit in with 6 seconds.
Yeah. Sorry. Done.
But it is E's turn. You heard the wall of text from behind.
Yes.
What would you like to do?
I went, "Ah!"
I would like to crawl
Wall of
towards
text.
Moira.
Oh, God.
Speed is halved, and because you're crawling, I think speed is halved still.
Okay,
but,
so if I was here.
I think where you moved is fine.
All right.
You moved is fine. I don't want to play with the rules here. You're moving in that direction. Are you standing up? You're just straight crawling.
Just crawling.
Okay.
Aw.
Anything you want to do?
I'm gonna make that wisdom saving throw.
All right, sounds good. Let's make it. Hey!
Oh, thank God.
So as you were crawling, you kind of felt like the energy like get back into your hands and arms, and yeah, you're starting to feel less dazed, if you will. Wow.
I'm going to take a step forward.
Okay.
Or do I need to take 2 steps forward so that my okay, cool.
No, it hits them, and it's as soon as they enter in, since it surrounds you, they have another Constitution saving throw. They're gonna fail. They're gonna fail that. So go ahead and roll your damage. 2 damage. Another one is gonna fall down.
Another one.
Stem again is
Another one bites the
starting to
dust.
blacken. In like little black spots on the red hood.
Okay. Let's see. That would have been movement. Let's see what I got. Would I have needed to prepare my quarterstaff, or would it just be like in my hand most of the time?
I mean, I'd imagine you're holding a quarterstaff in one hand, torch in the other hand.
Yeah, I'm gonna smack a few with my quarterstaff.
Okay.
Bonk.
18 will connect, so you hit a couple here. Let's roll your damage. 6. I would say at that point, maybe again, there was probably about like 2 dozen in this patch.
Okay.
You slam I would say like 3 of them, and they just go flying up against the wall.
When they fall back down to the ground, are they moving or are they dead?
Not moving.
Okay. Fascinating. That would have
Anything else
been my
you'd like to
action.
do? You still got a bit of movement.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna take one more step forward.
Oof.
I know. I did not expect Bex to be the most antagonistic person tonight.
Yeah.
They attacked the
Apparently,
spore person with spores.
She seems to, and I took that personally.
Yeah, don't do that. We have an understanding, mushrooms. The heck?
So it's gonna start its turn there. In your thing. So because of that, it's gonna have to make another con save. Do you want to re-roll your damage or just take the last damage, which was 2?
I'd like to re-roll my damage.
If they fail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're gonna fail.
Okay.
So previously, I would say, there's 2 dozen here, so it seemed like 6 of them you had either taken them down with necrotic or smashed them into the wall. Now another 6 are gonna go down. Only half of them kind of still standing. The rest are
Swamp just murdered these guys.
you are
By
you-
taking a step forward.
it
I-
is
I
it
do-
is
Just
obvious you
another
are
day.
yeah
I
it is
do have a
obvious that you are
question.
killing them. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. Can my companion see my spore field, or is it invisible? It says it's invisible.
Then it's invisible.
Okay. Would they? Never mind.
Only if you told us.
Okay.
All we see is you're walking to them and they just drop, and we're like, oh,
Okay.
Oh.
Cool.
this girl got power.
Cool. And it's just that I speak mushroom. That's all you know.
Okay. Now that you are in melee range, they are going to the ones that are remaining standing. They're going to slam their heads up against your legs. And feet. Does a 12 connect?
Plus is 12, so I don't know if that would connect or not.
I don't know this rule. I'm always confused by this rule
I don't think so.
because it's
So
like
wouldn't-
some DMs say it does connect, some DMs say it
Like a
doesn't
house
connect. I'll say it met.
well, it's like
your armor
unstoppable
class, but
force
it did
meets
not.
an unmovable object, right?
Yeah, well, it met your armor class, but did not surpass it. Therefore, it did not hit. I mean, they connected with you, but again, you didn't really.
Yeah,
feel
I felt the thud. I went, huh.
it. That's been their highest roll so far. All right, very well. But where you're standing, you are gonna see more of these guys moving in. It seems like the other set have uprooted themselves and are walking over. Just started to come into view for you. That is the end of their turn. Mora.
Well, I
You've
guess
got a
we're
door
killing
that
these
appears
guys.
to be locked. Swamp is murdering mushrooms down to the south, and you heard sounds coming from the north. What would you like to do?
I guess we're gonna murder these guys. Because I could try to shoot, but how far away can I shoot?
Can I yell at her that there are more?
Yeah, as a free action, you could have said that.
Okay. There are more!
And yeah, they are in Mora's view, as well as Ease.
It says 80/320 feet. Does it mean anywhere in
Yeah.
there I can for a bow?
Correct.
Okay.
So well,
would-
it's like it's up to 80 feet. Up to 80 feet is is a normal roll.
Okay.
Anything above whatever that highest number is at a disadvantage. I'm sorry. Anything above 80 is at a disadvantage, and your highest number I think was like 110 or something like that. Anything past that means it's auto fail. It's gonna miss. So, but you are within 80 feet, therefore you can do what you like to do.
60. Well, should I move? If I try to do
Nope.
any action right now, would it matter with the
You-
two in front? Would I
Are
hit
you
E
asking
or
if you have
Swamp?
line of sight?
Yeah, would I hit them?
on these mushrooms? Yeah, you could hit them. Maybe moving off to the right.
I mean,
Uh,
I'm
if-
laying down.
These guys.
Yeah, he's laying down. You could shoot over him.
I hope I don't fail.
I would
it.
say, I would say if you wanted to hit the ones right in front of Swamp, I would move off. I would move off to the
I
side.
was thinking about the other ones on the left that are coming over.
You have a clear shot.
1d8 or 1d6? That's 60. They're both 60 feet.
the
I think
idea
they're both.
of hitting many small items with one arrow.
I'm not doing an arrow. I'm going to do a spell.
Oh, never mind.
It says choose one creature or choose two. But since she's hitting them as a group, would that count as just one group?
Yeah.
Mhm.
By rules, I mean, you see one token. You don't
So, yeah.
see, 2
Okay.
dozen tokens. So it's one. It's one.
Okay, making
One
sure.
thing.
Entity. Yeah.
I'm gonna do a ray of frost then at the left, more west group.
Okay.
Yeah, making sure that's definitely what I want. So you want me to roll my charisma thing?
You hit your attack button, and that's your ranged spell attack.
Mm-hmm.
17 will connect. So,
Oh.
yeah, frost. These rays of frost just kind of shoot out of your hands towards this creature. They connect with.
Oh,
the
they
swarm
make
of
baby
mushrooms.
noises too?
It's just my baby. Sorry.
They groan in pain even before they are aware of what
Of the
damage
pain
they've taken.
coming. They see the light and they're like, "Oh no!" And then the damage, just normal. Oh my! Really?
That is terrible damage.
You're
They will take
telling me?
They will take it. And yeah, you just see that the swarm, they're just kind of covered in this frost. It starts to dissipate after a few seconds, but
Frosty.
it definitely affected them. Anything else you'd like to do?
How much can I still move? 30 feet, or is it half?
You can
not
still,
at all.
you can move your full movement.
Since I heard the
longer
noise from the
affected.
door, I'm gonna just back up, and then I have better range of these two. But that'll be it, and I'll be like, Swamp, why are we killing him?
E. You are still on the ground. You're prone, which means if you stand up, that uses half of your movement. But I think you would be very aware that a bolt of frosty liquid came over your head and struck at some mushrooms. Swamp is actively attacking these things. What would you like to do?
All right, I'm gonna get up. And that's it. I'm just gonna get up.
Okay. Swamp.
Okay.
Random question. I can use cantrips as much as I want. Am I wrong?
Correct. There's no spell slots for those. Yeah, you can use those
Coolio.
as you.
I can just keep frosting them.
Yep.
You're becoming Killer Frost.
Swamp.
Yeah,
Win.
no, I'm sorry, I'm thinking.
You started this.
I sure
keep going.
did. I sure did.
We tried to run, okay?
Well, he crawled, so.
Now I'm
crawled
standing.
Away. He crawled away.
We don't mess with the shrooms, okay?
And this is again because my character is very curious. I'm going to take about 3 steps back and see what happens.
Very well. We'll go with you. And yeah, they're gonna try to slam their heads into your legs again as you away.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you are trying to be observant, but you moved like way too quickly for them, and slammed their heads forward, but didn't connect with anything.
Okay. And I'm also no, I'm just kind of I'm just now watching them again. I'm just kind of like observing, and that's gonna be my turn.
Okay. Ray of Frost means that speed is reduced by 10 feet. Until the start of the next turn. No, start of your next turn. So their speed is reduced by 10 feet, which means they're
Sweet.
not moving. And the ones that were in front of you, Swamp, they are staying put. They're not moving.
Say, like, wait towards Moira, like maybe even make a gesture like hold on a second.
Oh, now we're waiting.
I think the passive insight, your knowledge of things, right? Would
Things and
suggest, would suggest that maybe they are not either not able to or not willing to move off of the mycelium.
Okay, cool. Oh, my baby. Is it my turn or Swamp's?
My turn is.
It is your turn.
Cool. Swamp, we should go. I'm gonna move closer to this door and look at it.
Okay. Looking at it, it does have a keyhole, but you're noticing a bit of a difference to it. Almost like the area around the keyhole has been a bit damaged. But you are hearing noises coming from the other side. It's a bit muffled because it's a door. Or maybe something else is blocking direct sound from coming through. But you are hearing some voices.
So both doors have things. Can I like peek through or try to open it first, and if possible?
Was that your full movement?
No, it's 15 feet, so half.
Okay. You could attempt to open it, yes, if you'd like to.
Yes, please. Oh, baby.
Okay. So we'll move you up a square. And what's your process here? You just...
I'm gonna try the knob a little bit, give it a little, see if it'll even open.
No knob. It's a pull door. There is there's like a little handle here.
Let me give it a little pull and peek through.
Okay. A long hallway, but you can't really see all of it, but you see there is an open flame, a campfire all the way at the end of it.
Now look back over.
And the sounds that you're hearing are less muffled, but still kind of echoing in this hallway. Or
anything new, like
multiple
words?
Voices. No, but there's multiple voices here.
Okay.
You don't see anyone.
I can't get into sneak, right? I've used up most action, right?
You can't get into what?
Sneaking.
You could try to sneak through. I think you still have some movement left.
I do. I wasn't sure if it would be enough, but then I'd like to do that.
Okay. We'll have to. I mean, opening the door is part of your movement.
Yeah, and I've done 20 feet.
If you're gonna fully open up the door so that you can walk through, then yes. If you're trying to be stealthy, let's go ahead and roll stealth, and that would be your action.
Roll what? Sorry, you cut out.
Stealth.
Okay.
Okay. So you've opened up the door. You can move the remainder of your movement. I think you said 10 feet. E. Yeah, you're just kind of sitting there. Standing there. You're aware that Swamp had kind of moved back and kind of motioned you guys off. You look over to Mora and you see that she's opened up the door and is starting to walk through. What would you like to do? Okay. I would say you see similar things. You should be able to see it on your map. But yeah, it's a dark hallway, but all the way at the end, you do see some light coming from what appears to be an open flame.
Fire.
hear some conversation, but you can't really make out what's being
You
said.
can punch the fire. I'm kidding.
Anything else you'd like to do? You can use an action to dash, which is moving your full movement again.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay, you've got full view of the hallway. It's just very long. You can see a bit more in this room. It seems like there's like a stack of wood right behind this little campfire. Smoke is going up, but doesn't seem to be coming out. It's not like filling the room. It seems to be going up through something in the ceiling. The hallway is only about 15 feet tall. The room that you had just left is more like 20 feet. And you can't really make out the ceiling in that other room. So your best guess is it's probably another 20-foot room. Bop, you've moved away. You've observed. Doesn't seem like they're moving from the mycelium.
Okay.
From your periphery, it sounds like you heard the door open. Sounds like your party is what to do.
Well, first of all, I'm going to calm my halo of spores. They're no longer agitated nor causing damage. Secondly, at the risk of angering my DM and my companions, I am going to go over to the mycelium. And I'm going to grab a handful of it and see if I can coat some of the fabric that I'm wearing with it, if it will adhere, and kind of create like a muddy section upon my clothing. And if that works, then I'm once again going to try and grab a handful of these mushrooms and place them upon me with my mycelium-covered hands.
Reading the halo of spores. They're harmless until you unleash them onto creatures nearby. It doesn't really give.
Sounds like it's only at will.
Well, it's a reaction, but it doesn't seem like there's a time frame of how long it lasts. So, so we'll go with it. We'll say that it is like still on you, but not doing anything.
Yeah.
But for now,
because my spores are always with me.
So you reach down, you pick up some of the mycelium, you rub it on your clothing, and it's muddy from the water that's coming from the wall, the cracks in the wall. Yeah, so it smears on you, no problem. Picking up some more of the mushrooms, knowing that they're a bit feisty. Go ahead and roll a athletics. We're gonna treat this as like a grapple. Athletics versus athletics.
Okay.
They're gonna crit. Succeed.
Oh my god.
They're so wily.
Despite their negative modifier. But yeah, they are gonna squeeze out of your hand. Gonna get out of your hand. And because they moved close, or you moved close, and they were ready in action, they are gonna try and headbutt you again. And a 14 will connect. That does not seem right. Give me a second. Let me read.
If they take out all my health by headbutting my
her.
No, they just rolled incredibly high. But you're gonna take 18 bludgeoning damage.
Holy!
18! Oh my god!
What?
Wait! I'm sorry.
Cryptid, what?
No. We're gonna look at
These
this again.
10 mushrooms are angry.
No.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm sorry. I misunderstood how this was rolling, because it's rolling for the full swarm, but this is a half swarm, but it was merging those two numbers. So instead, you're taking 6 bludgeoning damage.
Oh,
which is a bit better. So they just smash their heads against you, and this time you feel a bit of pain in your hands.
A bit.
They do not seem very interested in you interacting with them at all, physically.
Okay. Even though my hands are covered in their favorite mud.
Correct.
Huh. I am dejected by this. I want them.
Yes, that was part of your movement.
Depression sets in.
Yeah, that was action of trying to scoop them up, of free action of picking up the dirt and smear it on you. You still have some of your movement left. Bonus. Well, you have a reaction as well if you want to bring the spores back on us.
No, I'm too sad now. Let's see. I moved 12 spaces to get to there, so I have I will very dejectedly start wandering towards my companions.
Okay. Their held action was a reaction, so they do not try to hit you again as you move.
So wait, how much health points do you have left now? 24.
I'm fine.
God, you're a tank.
Yeah, I am a giant.
6 would have been a quarter of my health.
I'm a literal giant. Kind of.
'Tis but a flesh wound. 'Tis but a scratch.
Speaking of, just for knowledge, I can speak Common, Dwarvish, Elvish, Giant, Goblin,
and what?
Primordial.
Wow.
Fancy.
I know, it's weird.
I got Common, Elvish, Giant, and Druidic.
But not spores!
Hey. My spores get along with me just fine.
Yeah, yours. These are someone else's.
I want them to be mine.
I don't want to.
I like that this is a conversation that's happening over like 75 feet and you're in a
I'm just shouting from the door, consent! No, I'm kidding.
All right.
I'm
so
stealing the whole time.
Swamp, you have moved away. It seems like you're no longer interested in fighting these mushrooms. More your intention is to continue moving north up the hallway, correct?
Yeah. I'm still in stealth, right? That 10 actually gave me stealth, or no?
You're being as stealthy as possible.
Oh, God.
However, E just kind of charged past you. So
yeah, that's fine. They can look at E.
His sounds. And E, you're going to continue moving forward.
It's the himbo giggle.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. So for all intents and purposes, we're gonna jump out of combat. We're gonna jump out of initiative. So at this point, Swamp, you would be aware that they're moving through the door. You can kind of see them moving up. E just kind of is like just running, right?
You know how Forrest Gump runs? Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Do you guys want to take a moment to speak with one another before you continue?
No.
Yeah, let E run.
Let him run.
Okay.
Let him free.
Happy. Let him run.
We've held him back so long.
Out of character, talk for a couple minutes while I walk away, please. Thank you.
Okay.
I think he's saying we're about to get killed.
Yeah, probably.
To for sure interact with something. I am very far behind you guys. So
Catch
good
up.
luck for your first couple of turns.
Catch up.
I'm
gonna sit here.
I wanted the mushrooms.
I know, but I'm gonna sit here. And we're out of combat mode, so you can catch up.
Okay. Well, I have a hunch that I will be out of combat mode and you will not be out of combat mode.
Well, there's nothing in front of us currently. Catch up now before E keeps charging. Good.
Well, no, my concern is that whatever is around has heard E charging and will be charging towards you. And you will not have a choice on whether or not you're in combat mode dependent on what is in front of you, because it will make itself in front of you.
I
Well,
mean,
yeah.
if you hear like a 400-pound orc running through your hallway, I don't think you're gonna run at it.
It's not how D&D works, and you know that.
Yeah.
Have you met kobolds yet? They'll
They're
run at
crazy.
anything.
That's different.
I had a friend be a cobalt
How do
once.
you
It was
know?
hilarious. And he used his shield as a weapon too. It was great.
It could be mushroom-loving kobolds.
Well, maybe they're
Uh,
vegetarian.
Like you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just sit right here until Bex catches up. She's not that far at all.
He's running. He can't sit nowhere.
He didn't run yet. He just did a dash last turn. Still there.
Yeah. Well,
Mm,
he's in the movement of running. So back in character, in game. Yeah, E is running forward. Mora, you are slowly sneaking.
I'm chilling behind.
Swamp, you are starting to move in that direction.
Mhm.
Just talk me through this next. So if we were in initiative order, taking a regular 6-second turn, what is it that all three of you are doing? E first.
Run.
What are you doing this turn? You're just
Run.
dashing to get up there? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not dashing, but I'll cautiously. Oh my god, my stupid kid's toy. Maybe use
Yeah.
half of my movement points, but just cautiously follow.
To be
Alright,
in
so-
character, I am sad
Yeah.
and slowly making my way there unless I hear like I need to be there quickly. But until then, I am slowly making my way towards them.
I whisper as loudly as I can whisper. Swap!
Okay.
He's charging!
She's being very sneaky and cautious with that.
Yeah.
Oh.
The loudest whisper possible. I don't know if you're gonna hear this!
All right, and then as far as your movement, you could probably get up to like here for this turn.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, all right. Go ahead and move your normal movement action. So E, don't go your full 60 feet. Just go your 30.
I'm just doing 15.
Speed.
All right. So E, as you're running up, you're hearing these voices. They're getting louder and louder and a little bit more understandable. Something about chicken, and man, I wish this rain would go away. And then you are going to see a figure move towards the fire, has a plate in hand, and just get right up next to the fire and looks up as, I would say you get maybe an additional 10 feet, looks up and see you. Hey! Who are you? What are you doing here?
Oh my god.
This is our house. Out.
Okay.
Wait. What? Swamp is definitely the
and-
antagonist this role.
Yeah, and
I
as
just
that
laugh.
is said, and he's making noise and speaking, you hear almost like wood on stone movement sounds, like someone getting up from a table. And there's 3 other chairs moving, maybe.
Mm.
Oh dear.
When he
We
breaks
broke into
character.
these people's house.
You broke in. I'm kidding. I mean, actually, yeah, you did. You ran through the door.
Not the first door.
No, that one was open. Different.
No,
So
that
you just stop? You
that
just
one I
stop and
punched.
look?
Yeah, I just stopped. I stopped and just looked
Stop
at the guy.
and stare.
Okay. Mora, loud enough for you to hear. You look up, you see this creature. Now, this creature, bipedal, looks humanoid, except for body and head is shaped more frog-like.
Huh. Curious. I'm not just
Uh,
like.
Yeah, he's holding a plate with what looks like well, maybe you can't really make out what it is, but there's something on the plate, including like some silverware, and one hand is on the silverware as if it's trying to bring up the food to start cooking.
I'm just gonna move my 30 feet and get behind E. He's massive, so he should hide me.
Okay. So you're sneaking in, trying not to be seen, hiding behind the orc. Very good.
Yeah, tempting.
Hello.
Shut up.
Swamp, anything from you?
Oh, I will continue moving. There I am.
Okay. You see everything. You can't really make out the shadow in between.
Mm-hmm.
Like right up here, but you do see the fire and the frogman. But you're gonna see another one pop back in, or pop in rather. He's dressed a little bit more noble. So he's got kind of like not vestments, but like a vest. He's wearing a vest and pants that go up to like the bottom of his knees. I say, who are you? Why are you just barging into our house?
Well, we was raining. Kind of cold.
Well, you should have knocked.
I did. With my head.
You look like the type. What is it that you want? You just get out of the rain? You could, I suppose, you could stay in the other room, but we are not ready for company.
I'm gonna turn to Moira and go,
I'm not good with people.
Oh, God. Well, then, I'm going to go ahead and step right next to him. Hi!
We're in free movement territory, so...
Yeah, I'm just going to stand next to him, though. Yeah, sorry for the intrusion, it was raining.
Where did you come from? I didn't even see you.
I'm tiny, he's big. I was just following him. Just trying to find shelter and stuff.
Moira.
And something even bigger comes.
I walk up behind Moira with my 10-foot frame, like,
dear God. This is an awkward family photo if ever I've seen.
Now, the one that looks more noble-like, with the vest
Regal?
and the regal.
Yeah, regal.
He also does have what appears to be a glaive kind of to his side, just kind of holding it to his side. The one with the silverware, no weapons, no armor. It doesn't seem like. Another one is going to.
The fork could be a weapon.
Peek his head around the corner. You can just barely make him out, but you see a spearhead coming from his side.
So
it's fine if you needed to get out of the rain, but we're not ready for company. It is first thing in the morning. Very rude to just walk into someone's house.
Kind of thought that this area was abandoned.
Well, it was. But it is ours now. We have claimed it.
You're concerning the townsfolk nearby. Did you ask them if you could move in?
We are miles from the village. What do they care?
Well, apparently they care a little bit.
They've paid us to come investigate.
We have just moved in, and we haven't paid them a visit yet, but we will make sure we do and let them know that we are living here, if that is what it takes.
Peacefully? Without the spear?
Yes, we will not just barge in and interrupt someone's breakfast, if that's what you're asking.
No, I apologize for him. He's a little headstrong,
There
literally.
were mushrooms.
I do have questions about your mushrooms.
Wait, what happened to the mushrooms?
Well, they attacked us.
They move. They move a lot for mushrooms.
You're so late on mushrooms.
No,
I mean, not us, her. I mean, what?
I didn't do anything.
I gesture towards my clothing. I like mushrooms a lot.
Robert, it sounds like we're not having mushrooms for dinner tonight.
Oh, God.
Nice.
They're going to say the line.
Huh?
Would you like a mushroom?
I would like for you to get out of our house. Why are you even here? We have told you. We had just moved in. We'll speak with the town.
Okay, do we come back the way we came, or is there another door? Or
The only exit, as far as I'm aware.
okay,
If the town does not want you to stay here, will you vacate to somewhere else peacefully?
This is the first I've heard of such offensive ideas that us taking over an abandoned place is somehow forbidden in this land.
It's called squatting.
I mean, technically, it is still owned. You know.
Then we will take it up with the city. Just please leave.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Come on. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
I want to punch something.
Well, you had a choice, but you didn't.
Oh, I'm not gonna punch mushrooms.
Should we report to the village and see if they need to send us back?
Yeah, sure.
So you guys would be aware of what your job description was.
Yeah.
It was to clear this place up.
No, it was to check it out.
I'm gonna
That was
argue
part
that
of
with
it.
the deer.
Part of it, but it was to clear it out. It didn't really matter what was in here. They had to go. And I think it would be knowledgeable of you guys that because of how the structure of this continent is, you do have the authority to kick people out. It is not between the city and the residents. You are
They're not like
venturing
causing any
part of the guild.
harm.
I must reveal that I have ulterior motives. I am headed directly back towards the mushrooms.
No!
Oh, oh God. Oh God.
You've headed back to the mushrooms, and they are. You can see that they have slowly started to like implant themselves back into the soil.
I feel so bad at these
Except for the
mushrooms
dead
right
ones,
now.
of course.
Except for the dead ones.
Of course. Let's see. These ones over here would be less mad at me if they retain memories at all. This time I'm going to try to collect them with a clump of mud that's underneath them so that they stay attached to the mud as I lift them.
I'm gonna bash them with my shield.
Don't you dare! I will spore you. You didn't like it the last time you were spored. I remember.
So repeat that. You're gonna try to attach them to your body again.
I am, but this time I'm picking them up with the dirt that's underneath them. I'm like scooping, like making my hands into a bowl and scooping them up with their mud.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
We'll say
Your fate is sealed.
go ahead and roll athletics or dexterity. I'm sorry, athletics or acrobatics at an advantage, whichever you choose.
Wouldn't it be nature?
No.
No.
I like
Then-
a creature, not like just straight.
Ah,
Land.
okay. I'm not even gonna roll. That's fine. You pick them up.
I get my
Pick them up.
mushrooms.
You grab a hold of them. You've got them cupped in your hand. And was there a certain number you're looking for to pick up?
Just a handful.
Okay, we'll say 6. You grab a hold of 6, and you're what? You're trying to append them to your body.
Correct. To my I have like a mesh sort of cloth draped around my waist that kind of can hold mud and stuff. And that's what I'm trying to kind of adhere them to.
Okay. Are you saying anything as you do such things?
Probably what would I say to this group of mushrooms I've gathered?
I won't hurt you like I killed your siblings.
On this particular bunch, you killed their siblings. Actually,
I only killed one,
see,
but
I
the
didn't
other
even
ones were
touch
also
them.
related.
I like mushrooms. I think they're neat. As I'm like trying to adhere them.
Okay, so if general knowledge says that.
Wait. Before you move. I'm sorry. Did you say something? Did I just
Yeah.
space out? No.
I just
Did you say something to them?
yeah.
Yeah, I well, kind of just to the general atmosphere. I said I like mushrooms. I think they're neat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Then with that, you hear in return that same kind of phrasing, whispering. I like mushrooms and I think they're neat. They seem to be okay with you holding them and
Fascinating.
Oh my goodness. Well, since general knowledge says that we can evict people, my question is: this wine we found, is it illegal, or are these mushrooms or anything? Like what we know generally.
I mean, you have no idea. It's not like labeled. You just know something was sloshing in. Similar enough to wine cask. But as you do get back up to the door, you don't see anything, sorry. Yeah. There are those.
Oh.
Okay. Now you see 2 have kind of snuck up, both holding spears, just kind of watching. They seem to be looking past you though as you move up, and as soon as you
I
do,
wonder why.
you see them kind of start to fall back.
Well, since I'm next to the crate, can I tell if it's like skooma or moonshine or something?
I mean, again, we're kind of building lore as we go. I would say there isn't really anything illegal with making your own wine.
Okay.
As long as it's especially if it's small batches. If it's something that you are planning on selling, then there are, with just like the Adventuring Guild, there's other guilds that you would have to go through before selling them to the general populace.
Okay.
Merchants Guild.
Would say that most things within this continent are probably governed by profit more so than actual governance.
Can these 2 hear me where I am?
Yeah, you have moved into the door. They can see you, I think.
Quick question for them.
Yeah.
So we're about to head out, but I just had to ask, where'd you guys get this wine from? It looks great.
It's all wine. What? I thought you were leaving.
We are. I just saw it on the way out. I was just curious. Maybe I'll buy a casket for myself,
Casket?
It's not for sale.
I don't know what to call it.
We don't sell
Without-
caskets here.
Yeah, but where did you get it from?
We made it. It's
Really? There's a vineyard?
Ourselves.
There's a vineyard here?
We just moved here. We aren't from
Cask.
this area.
Yes, kind of sad.
Casket. It's canon.
It was my bad. You just moved here, yeah. So you brought it on the wagon?
We don't use wagons on foot.
On foot. Wow, you're
Took,
pretty strong.
Quite a journey. Yeah, there's more of us. If that's what you're suggesting.
Not suggesting. I was
And
just wondering
he's
if
definitely,
they were.
I think just passive insight. You know he's like clenching onto his spear, maybe not wanting to use it, but just threatening it with it a bit. Just kind of.
I'm
holding
just
it, like, in front of
making
him.
sure that you guys aren't disturbing anything. You know?
E. Psst.
Where?
What do you
Yeah,
think is
you're
behind this door?
You're gonna see
more
the other one kind of pop
doors.
back in, the main noble talker. I say, I thought you were leaving. We aren't
We are.
affecting anyone. You've already said we had to talk to the village, and we will. It takes time. We just moved in recently. We're still getting to know the area and the rules here.
E, what do you think is behind this door?
More doors.
More
Should we find out?
No,
Moira can be the diplomat. We're big. We can smash stuff, right?
but they said that they were just living here, and I feel bad just barging in.
I'm amazed that someone who punched a rock to death is.
But they're not a threat.
Today we learned that E has compassion.
He has a lot.
But not towards rocks.
Not
Rocks are different. Dangerous.
Rocks are innately evil.
If you know anything about orc culture, you know that all rocks are evil.
No.
Now, I know you guys are just living here, and trust me, I totally understand it. Nobody's here. You might as well move in, right? Like, it's real estate, literally. I get it. But unfortunately, the city's not going to be happy if we just leave, and they're going to send more men that are worse and meaner than us, especially E. Apparently, he's super nice. Didn't know that. That's why I'm just trying to, verify everything before I leave and possibly get in trouble and have them send more men. Or we could make a deal or something and get you guys out for a day or two and you come back and then everyone would be happy.
What wrong have we committed?
I don't think you've done anything wrong. You guys are great. I'm glad you're actually taking part of the land and revitalizing it. And I think you should keep doing it. It's just, unfortunately, they're going to send more people if we come back saying you're still here. But if you just leave today for just for our vision, then we can be like, oh yeah, they left. But then you guys come back.
Is there like paperwork to fill out?
Out of character. Is there paperwork? I don't even know.
I mean, land ownership. Yeah, you probably have to sign some kind of contract with the banking systems.
Would they have to go to the major town or the city, the little town nearby?
They could probably go to the village magistrate. But that village magistrate reports back to Southeaston's magistrate, which then reports back to the capital city's magistrate. Then it goes through some bureaucracy, and eventually it's okayed.
There is a mail system.
Of course, there's a mail.
It's a post office. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there'd just be, maybe a piece of paper to officially sign. And I'd be more than happy to walk with you guys there too, just to make sure this is all done good. I don't want you guys to get hurt.
Roll me persuasion, please.
I was about to say, I'm trying here. Ah! Oh God, please. I know,
You see them all kind of turn and look at one another. And this guy kind of moves to the side. Guy moves forward. Would it be all right if I leave everyone here and I just go? We're just going straight to the town.
I mean,
There's
I
no reason
assume
for
so.
all of us to leave.
Yeah, I mean, I could even leave one of my guys here too, just to make sure nobody else comes to, hurt you guys.
Don't very much fear for anything. Everything seems very peaceful here. I suppose we better
It is
watch our
peaceful.
back door more often.
So there's another door?
Oh, that's the door we
One you
came
must have entered into. We like the fire. We sleep up there. But I will walk into town with you.
Sounds good to me.
Can stay here if necessary.
I would not recommend that. You might piss them.
Oh, I just wanted to whisper things at my mushrooms and
Unless
see
you want,
what
I know,
they
but
say.
if you want to, you can leave with the mushroom you got. And I want to see you picking more, and then they get angry.
I suppose.
E is the nicer one of all of us.
Surprisingly enough, that is true.
Yeah.
They were innocent frogs. And we just broke in.
E is so nice.
Well, I don't want anyone breaking into my house.
You're right, E. You're right. I know.
Do you have the house?
It's rocks, right?
As he walks to this door, you do notice that he closes the door
behind him.
Well, should we be on our way then?
Yeah.
Let's take care of this this business.
Swamp, you want to go with us?
I feel bad. I want to cook them a nice meal.
Oh, that's nice of you.
And as soon as he walks closer to the mycelium, he's gonna notice mushrooms are gone or destroyed.
Oh no! I had a feeling.
What took place in here? You did sully my mushrooms. Why?
Swamp, what do you have to say?
I just wanted to pick them up, and then they attacked me, which, as somebody who tends to be attuned with nature, that surprised me. And I have this spore problem. You see, that comes to my defense. Not necessarily because I want it to, but
Depending on how you feel about that, either roll persuasion or deception.
I mean, it's the same roll, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh, I've never known them to openly attack. They've never openly attacked us, unless we got too close without asking them. But if
you have to ask mushrooms.
What happened? Yes, you must. Are you not a friend of nature? Ask permission to do anything.
I've never really been in nature before.
You punch rocks.
They're scary and dangerous.
You heathen.
They're dangerous. Oh, no. You should be thanking me.
Well, if they fall, I suppose. Might not be able
and
to
it is hailing outside. It's quite dangerous, although hopefully it's calmed down.
Ice rock.
As you say that and you are listening, this door is still open. Any sound coming from the outside is still muted. You're in the mountainside.
Yeah.
You're underground. So you don't really hear anything.
I'm going to try and shift my mesh fabric so that it is the mushrooms and the mycelium are kind of hidden towards my backside.
Okay.
so that hopefully Frog Friend does not see that I have also taken some mushrooms.
Okay. Well, he doesn't really seem to pretty much mind to you. He kind of just shakes his head. He's just kind of like you can tell he's just kind of disturbed by the idea that the mushrooms just kind of but he believes you, seemingly. But he seems focused on more who is leading the way. So as you guys get we're gonna go ahead and just like kind of pause here. But as you guys get to the outside of this room into the other room, the door's propped open. It's a bit wet there because of the rain that has come in and some of the hail has melted because the storm seems to have passed. It is much calmer now. So my question is, what is the intention here? What are we doing?
My intention was not to
a nice meal.
was not to hurt them and get them legally in here.
To see if we can find whoever's in charge at the village. Is that what your plan was?
Trying, yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to hurt
I'm
them.
gonna go shopping.
And they didn't attack us immediately, so I feel bad. And they're not doing anything illegal as far as I can tell, aside from squatting. But aside from that, I don't really care about squatting. I'm a little all over the place.
Yeah, and it's like barely even squatting since like no one actually like lives here.
And
Literally,
literally,
I'm concerned that you don't know what squatting means.
freedom is important to me, and they live in their life, man. Living their best life.
Okay.
I'm just excited that I'm potentially going to get away with a handful of mushrooms. That's as far as my brain is going. Is I have mushrooms. Look at me, I have mushrooms.
Don't show it off to them, but yeah.
Yeah, on the inside, I am doing a very happy dance.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, leaving here, it only takes about an hour or so to climb down the mountainside and get to the city, or to the village. The village is pretty small. There's maybe like 15 houses here, or 15 buildings really. But in every village, there's like a center structure that is much larger. That's usually where all the mayor of the city stays. Where all mayoral business is handled. You lead this gentleman there, and that's it. Unless there's anything else you'd like to do.
I assume we should go back for E at some point.
Yeah.
Oh, E
mean,
is still there.
Yeah, he stayed behind to cook them a nice dinner.
Ah, I see. E, okay, so Bump and Mora, you guys left with this guy.
Yeah.
He stayed behind. Okay.
Plus, I didn't want this guy to like turn around and kill me right now, so had to leave someone behind.
Yeah. So it takes you an hour to get to the city. More or less, you're kind of dropping him off. He's got to wait like in line to speak with the magistrate there.
Mm-hmm.
You head back. E.
E.
The impression you get is they're not very interested in whatever it is that you would like to do for them as far as cooking. It seems like they were already having breakfast. They're past breakfast at this point.
They're over it.
So what would it be you would like to do while you're there? Again, you got about an hour. Well, you really got about 2 hours to kill before they back to get you.
Punch rock. I'm kidding.
I'm just gonna guard the doorway, I guess.
Okay.
Just don't mess with the mushrooms.
I don't like mushrooms anymore.
Now the
So
turntable.
I mean, you did get
You-
attacked
you-
by them pretty severely.
Man, the 18 would have been brutal.
It would have like
I'm
murdered
glad I
me.
clicked that to read it.
Practically
Oh.
murdered me.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys drop them off. You head back to go get E. As you walk back up, E is guarding the doorway, but realistically, job complete as far as you're aware.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to do while you're there?
You want to go investigate the falling star?
Just out of character, real quick, we were supposed to end the session 20 minutes ago, so
Yeah.
no.
Next time.
But
we can.
potentially, if the DM feels like it,
Do we
that
still get
might
paid?
become a one-off for a later date.
Yeah. And do we still get paid or no?
Yeah, so I mean, it takes you a day and a half to get back to Southeastern. You back into the sect of the Adventuring Guild, which is basically like a tavern.
Yeah.
But you get in, you report back what you saw, what you did, and
What'd you
they
say?
accept it. Yeah, they accept it, and they pay you. And they'll say, just be on the lookout for follow up in case anything happens.
Awesome,
That's it.
awesome. They better not
Sweet.
do
So you
anything
guys
or I'm
have an
coming back with a
additional
vengeance.
15 You guys
Yeah.
will have an additional 15 gold in your inventories.
Yeah.
And that's the
Guys-
end of the session.
We were nice to people.
Yeah.
Except for Swamp.
Surprisingly.
Doubt, my mushrooms are pleased with me now.
Not the one. Yeah, now. But what are you gonna do? They're gonna mimic.
Yeah, but you had to kill some.
You
Was
beat them into submission.
investigating. Okay, nature does not behave this way. I had to know more.
Yeah.
You had to beat them into
So Swamp-
submission.
I had to see
Yeah, so
if they were
Savant-
undead or affected by Dammit. I was very curious.
You've spent a few days. You spent a day and a half with them on your travel back. They do not seem normal to you. They don't seem like normal mushrooms. You get the impression that maybe they're fae.
Oh.
Fascinating.
Not necessarily magical, but from a magical place, which would make sense if they got shipped in. You're not aware of any fae lands on the
Ooh.
continent.
Ooh.
Fascinating. If we decide to design a one-shot for Becky, we're investigating.
The mushrooms, yeah.
I'm just gonna put you in a greenhouse.
For 3 hours.
3 hours just sifting through plants.
And E going, I'm gonna punch more rocks.
Rocks.
Oh,
Smash.
Frog people disobeying the law? Nope. But rocks? Yeah.
Where's that meme, Matt?
The Drake one.
Yeah. Gonna have to make that into a meme.
All right.
goodness.
Well, I think overall that's the end of the session. As far as the stream goes, I'll go ahead and end it. Thank you everyone who checked in. Saw a lot of familiar names, so thank you for checking it out and seeing what we're doing. And yeah, maybe we'll do this again sometime. But that's it.
thank you,
Yeah.
thank you so much, chat. For sure, tweet at us or message us if you want us to do more of these.
Oh yeah.
Spider Hearts, thank you for taking over mod duties in the chat.
Yeah.
Very, very pleasant of you. But
And
that's it.
also giving us many puns.
Yes, I enjoyed reading them.
And thank
All right,
you.
you guys have a good rest of your night, and we'll talk soon.
Yep.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye.
You guys can stay. You guys.